up, everybody? This is Terminator Juice, and welcome to the Juice is Loose podcast, number 69. And I want to let everybody know that the graphic nature of this podcast has been downscaled, like a Ubisoft game. So this isn't going to be the perverted podcast we were hyping it up to be. We're just kind of basically been joking the whole time. So we're gonna try to have fun, but we're gonna not make it any more crazy or lewd than it usually is. So with that out of the way, let's go to the introductions and get started, because we've got a lot to talk about. So we'll start with the Insane Game Freak.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's the Insane Game Freak, and since he's tampered my expectations of the 69th podcast, I'm just gonna run out here and say I claim Lucina as waifu, and I'm just gonna say that.
That's okay. I'll take Elma.
You have that.
Next up, we got Robert.
What is up, guys? It is Weird360 with me, Robert, and yeah, Elma. Oh man, goddamn.
I'll take Lynn.
I'm telling you, Elma is very attractive.
Lynn's closer to your age, though.
Yeah, technically, but come on, Elma's better.
He wants to climb that booty.
Oh, next up, Mezza T.
Hey fools, Mr. T. I'm very distraught by the disclaimers. I was hoping to get it in on episode 69.
Get it in?
Guess not. Oh boy, look at that! Look at that! I didn't even try that one. And look at that! See, I can't even help it.
You were hoping to insert a probe into Planet Mira?
Wow! Whoa! Mind blown.
He's gotten too real, too quick, man.
Just forget that disclaimer I said in the beginning, because it's been thrown right out the window. So last but not least, we have finally back on the Juice is Loose. Why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourself?
Oh, yeah. Hey, everyone. Good evening. Derek Steelfox here. Haven't been on in a while. Good to be here.
Yeah, you ready for the 69th podcast?
I am pretty pumped, though. It's going to be hard to top anything that comes out of Robert's mouth. So
comes out of Robert's mouth. Here we go. Let's go.
Right. There we go.
Wow.
So let's just get a couple small, minor things out of the way. First, I want to say there was a Splatfest this weekend. For a lot of people didn't know that because they were too busy playing Xenoblade. I improved my record to 3-4 in Splatfest by picking Team Burger and play till Defender. So I just want to, just real quick, do you guys feel the Splatfests are kind of winding down? Do you think it's just time for them to make it, more time in between, or just give up on? What do you guys think?
I think they need to change the modes. Like, instead of it being like, I think the only reason why they have to change the modes is because the whole, you got to be a level 10 to do ranked battle stuff. But I feel like changing the mode would make it a lot more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they went a little bit deeper on the license and stuff, maybe do a Star Wars themed Splatfest and have the music playing and maybe some TIE fighters flying by, something cool like that. I think that would be something that reinvigorated.
Yeah, I think like the Transformers thing.
Yeah, like the Transformers, that was cool. Like, they need to do more stuff like that, I think. And not drop it, Splatfest, the weekend of Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, don't drop the next one when Twilight Princess comes out or Zelda U. Don't. It seemed like bad timing. But,
yeah, it's bad timing.
I do have a strategy now for winning. I'm 3-1 in the last 4, and I'm not going to tell anybody, but it seems to be consistent. The winner is not the most popular. That seems to be almost every time now.
Yep.
If you guys noticed that.
Got a bunch of hipsters in there.
Hey, man, Team Burgers will win, man.
I think what happens is because the team with pizza was 64%, and then they just don't play. They're playing each other, and that doesn't count. Well, as the minority is always playing a meaningful match.
Ah.
So I think the format's actually hurting it with the way they're doing it. So, but anyway, anybody else have anything on the Splatfest?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, they're too. No, well, I do love Splatoon. But again, the last time it released on Super Mario Maker, and then now they released it on Xenoblade Chronicles. It's like I can't play it when a new game just came out. It's like I don't know why they do that when they know they're Nintendo. They know when their own release dates are. Like put it the week after or the week before. Like I don't know. And I do agree with the licenses. They got a partnership with Universal. Can we get some Jurassic World stuff, please? It's like I want a T-Rex versus Indominus Rex and play the Jurassic World theme over and over again.
That would be great.
That would actually be better than.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that one. That's actually pretty good.
I would love it. And then everyone has like either a T-Rex shirt or a T-Rex hat or an Indominus Rex hat.
What
That'd be
about
awesome.
the Jurassic franchise versus the Fast franchise?
Okay. I mean, listen, I take that too.
I think mediocre. No, I'm just playing.
Oh.
I think or maybe E.T. versus Indominus Rex. I don't know why, just random, but you might as well.
E.T. versus. Well, that's fair.
E.T. Robert.
He is a Jedi. I think I saw that somewhere.
E.T.
What about
Yeah.
E.T.?
No, he's a Jedi.
Yeah, he was in like
Wait,
a
E.T. is
background
Jedi?
shot or something, right? Wasn't he?
Right.
In one of the movies, one of the prequels.
It's one of those conspiracy theories, you know. I saw it somewhere.
Oh, okay. I actually thought he was like. I could have sworn like he was like in a shot. Like when they hide stuff in some scenes. There's a scene in the episode 3 where there's like a kitchen sink literally floating by. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were making fun, saying that they threw everything at him, including the kitchen sink. It's on the the what do you call it, the track, the commentary track.
Yeah.
Talk about this stuff. So
I do want to point out that I watched The Empire Strikes Back last weekend, or actually like Friday.
Me too. I saw it
And
a couple days ago.
every single shot, every frame of that movie just crushes any single shot or any single moment in the entire prequels. Like, it's not even close. I don't know if anybody wants to disagree with that, or
I completely agree with that. Well,
it's not just nostalgia either. That
Yeah, it's
movie
not-
holds up.
we're talking about film to film. We're talking about film here. Like we're talking about the art of filmmaking, and those prequels don't even come close
No.
to what Empire Strikes Back did as far as
Well,
filmmaking goes.
I just think like some of the lines were really weird and corny. Like I remember.
No.
Harrison-
You ain't gonna talk about no corny lines and you on the side of the prequels. You can't even.
No, but
You disqualified.
You look so beautiful. That's probably because I'm so in love.
no, but you gotta, yeah, but when Harrison Ford was like, what did he say? He's like, you call me or whatever, and it was like super weird and corny. I was like, what?
It's
You
corny.
call it
It's
scruffy.
corny fun. Campy fun, not just bad dialogue. Like
Yeah,
I
that
just,
was-
the prequels.
when he
just
said,
found it weird.
When he said, "Who you calling Scruffy?" That was hilarious.
Because you got to understand, the Star Wars movies are, they're influenced by, the serials of the 30s and 40s and stuff. So a lot of that stuff, is intentional, like the kiss and then the swing across the, all that stuff. That's from old serials that they used to play before, like movies and stuff. So
Mhm.
that's
I
a
didn't know.
callback. See, youngster, you gotta go
There
in.
wasn't
I
one
didn't know there
single.
was. Wait, cereals as in eating cereals?
No,
Like,
no. SE, like, not cereals. And he says, no. Before movies, back in the day,
done.
before movies would play, they would play these little short episodic things.
Oh,
Like, movie,
okay.
like mini movies before the movie.
Kind of like the Disney ones when they do that.
And that's where Indiana Jones and, yeah, kind of like that. That's where Indiana Jones came from. That's where
okay.
Star Wars came from. They came from those ideas, from those little serials.
Oh,
Man, I opened up Pandora's box, didn't I?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
we
I
off
know,
the
but
rails.
why-
Say one
why-
last thing. There wasn't a single line in the prequels that was funny for the right reasons. I can't think of any.
I can't think of one.
Maybe
No, but
maybe
wow.
one or two.
yeah, but why is Yoda gotta be such like taking all of Luke's stuff? He kept taking it. It's like
That shit was funny, man.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious because you didn't
That
know
was-
he was the Jedi Master. You
no, well,
did
yeah,
no
that
clue.
was good. But how come R2 didn't say like, "Yo, that's Yoda"?
Because R2
See,
never
but-
met Yoda.
And
ever.
Yoda himself is genius. The way he was put out there, it was like, obviously it's not this little hermit, green creature that's this most powerful Jedi ever. And the way they delivered it was just that is perfect cinema. That's perfect filmmaking right there.
And just
No,
because
I do like how he went inside of Yoda's home and he's like, "That's
Welcome
good."
to the Star Wars podcast, everybody.
Yeah, I know, right?
all right, move on to something a little less controversial. The Game Awards 2015.
Good, no controversy there.
No, I don't want to talk about a whole lot. I just want, if people want to just give like a grade and share their quick thoughts on it. I'll start. I'll give it a D.
Oh,
As just far as the show, the presentation,
They're
the quote unquote world premieres were pathetic, and even though Nintendo won 3 awards, I mean the rest of the show, the music was terrible, especially the last one. And then the girl from Metal Gear Solid 5, yeah, she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, but she's not a singer. She's not a trained singer, and it was
What were they doing there?
I'm sure with a lot of digital correcting and stuff, they made her sound all right in the game. But I got to give her props for trying. But
With a lot of work, she sounded okay.
yeah. Oh, we got Twilight joining us. Oh wait, that's AGL.
what? What?
Burn.
I was like, what?
Red, you there?
Yep.
A ninja appeared.
I don't know if you heard us.
I didn't want to ruin your flow.
Yeah, there's no women here, so we don't have to worry about our flow.
Oh man, I'm out of here.
That was in poor taste, sir. That was in poor taste.
Number 69. I'm just going to keep reminding people.
Man.
No.
So we were talking about the Game Awards. I gave it a D minus, or D or D minus. And I was giving my reasons, so I'm done. If anybody wants to, we'll go to Red Knight.
I think you're being too harsh. I think I'm giving it an A for ass. Set it up and knocks it down.
Well, if we're gonna go there, then I'm giving it an F for fuck you.
I'm not gonna lie.
Classic.
I rewatched it, and
He thought it was awesome.
and I give it like a B.
No.
I'm telling you.
He said he rewatched it.
No.
I
Turn
did.
it off. We're done.
I gave it another chance, and even when we did the thing, I still kind of liked it.
Turn off his mic, man. Turn his mic.
Man, I am so saddened by that score.
I appreciate what he was trying to do, and for what it was, I thought it was fine. And
We're
So they're
just-
giving it a participation trophy.
See, man, you took my joke.
You don't
tried.
have to like everything, man. You don't have to. You really
I
don't.
like to see the industry as one for at least 2 hours. And
I gotta, you know what? I'm gonna change mine because of the Iwata tribute. I'm gonna give it a D plus. I forgot about that.
Ooh, big spender.
So either way, you're still giving it the D. So I don't see what.
Oh, man.
Oh, that.
So much for that disclaimer, man. So much for that disclaimer.
I give it an I.
And
I give it an I for the Iwata tribute and for I hate you, Terminator Juice, for making me sit through it.
Yeah, it is your fault, man. It is your fault.
Robert, just tell me one thing, like out of the music or world premieres that you felt was good or was done well.
Well, the tribute was done really well.
Well, other than that,
Oh, other than that, hold on now. You gotta think. You're making me think.
The actual show itself.
Jurassic World.
They showed Jurassic World.
See, you can't.
No, hold on.
You stumped. All right, we're gonna.
You gotta think about it. then
Robert,
there's a
you just
problem.
like the idea of the award show. You didn't actually like
You
the
like that
actual show.
Splatoon one.
Well, yeah, I got hyped when that happened, but I thought it was nice.
Oh, I'll say one thing I liked, and then I got sad afterwards. I liked the Psychonauts 2 reveal, and then I realized
Quickly.
and then I realized it's Tim Schafer's a piece of shit, so it kind
Isn't he like,
of made me sad afterwards.
isn't he like moving the goal already or something? Trying to make.
I don't care. It's
Like,
not
Move it
gonna-
up higher.
I think he someone posted. I don't know if it was true. That he's changed the end date again to push it further, so to make more money, or because it might already. I don't know if it already hit its
Good
goal.
luck
or
with
not.
that. You will not be getting anything out of my pocket.
So Derek, did you watch the Game Awards at all, or?
I was at work. I watched a couple of the Nintendo tributes, or like, well, the Iwata one, and then a couple other things that they had. It wasn't a lot from them, you know, the little Splatoon announcement. So I watched the good parts, I guess.
Yeah, you're lucky.
You know. Right. Well, I had a lot of feedback I was looking through while I was at work, and I was like, well, I'm not putting a couple my time into that.
I gotta say, I had fun recording, like when we were just bullshitting during it. But and I'm kind of disappointed Red took it down because I think a lot of people actually enjoyed listening to us. But
I didn't take it down. It's unlisted. You can find it through the AGL network.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does. I think it makes the podcast enjoyable. So if you watch, or not the podcast, the Game Awards. So if you're watching it while watching the Game Awards, or listening to it while watching the Game Awards, it might be entertaining. But other than that. Yeah.
The ending was priceless.
Oh boy,
Robert. If they just would have showed some Splatoon DLC. All right.
Well, listen, for me, since I love Splatoon, if they just showed anything, even if it was just an inkling on the screen.
Robert, how did you feel about the Game Awards?
I liked it.
Fuck you.
He still hasn't told us why.
We're moving on. We're moving on.
I just I don't know.
All right, we're gonna let Robert start because I'm gonna give him some big credit right now. Yesterday he tweeted about a supposed big announcement, and this 16-year-old kid who loves everything, he looked at who said what and came to the conclusion because it was Damon Baker, head of the indie relations with Nintendo, and he was hyping up some big news, thinking about indie games that would be considered big news, and he predicted Minecraft coming to Wii U, even though we kind of had a leak a couple weeks ago. I just want to give you a shout out for being 16 years old and being smarter and more level-headed than just about everybody in this Nintendo community.
Let's give him a round of applause for that.
Thank you.
Because I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard, I didn't hear the details. I just heard a huge announcement from Nintendo, and I got excited. I was thinking Zelda, I was thinking Star Fox, I was thinking Pikmin 4, and then I don't know if it was the next day or later that day, I found out who had said what, and I was like, all right, that's gonna be freaking Shovel Knight's what I was thinking. And Robert said Minecraft, and I was like, oh, okay.
The worst thing you can think of, Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight amiibo, you know. So,
this is why Miyamoto should have never said Pikmin 4.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Because every announcement now, it's NX or Pikmin 4.
That's what
about Federation Force, man?
So, Robert, if you want to just kind of go over how you came to that conclusion and what you actually thought of the announcement and what it means to you as a young gamer who loves Minecraft.
All right, so I saw Damon Baker, and literally right away, I'm like, how would he know anything about NX, Zelda, or any of that stuff? There's no way he knows any about that. And then all I thought was indie, Minecraft. Literally, that's the biggest indie game of all time, and I'm like, there you go. It's going to be Minecraft for Wii U. I guarantee it. And it was. And I was like, I knew it. And for me personally, I love Minecraft. I bought it for 3 different places to play it on. I bought it on PC, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, and you bet your booty that I will be buying it for Wii U.
So how about that? So you didn't just buy it because it's on a Nintendo platform. You actually are a fan, and you're happy.
Yeah, I'm already a fan. I've played every single title update that came out. They have horses, which means it's up to date. People, I cannot wait. I love that. Which means we're not getting the end of the stick or anything. It's a true Minecraft port from like Xbox One and PS4. Like that's awesome.
So I've heard of this Minecraft. Is it a popular game by any chance?
Yes, it's only on the top of the NPDs like every month.
Still, I mean it's pretty old. So
it's so old that it's sold over 70 million copies.
Wow.
Those damn kids in the crafting of the mines.
Sounds like it's on its last legs to me. I don't know.
Yeah, why would anyone want that unless they're just buying it because it's on the Wii U?
Well, look, I'm going to congratulate you, Robert. Thank you for making such a level-headed decision.
So let's go down the list and just see if this news means anything to you personally. I'll start. It means nothing to me. I have a PS3, 360, PC, smartphone. I could have had this game for the last 4 years at any point in time. I've watched some people play it, and it just doesn't do anything for me. So this news, while it was expected once I seen what Robert's tweet, that kind of maybe right there, I was like, all right, that's going to be it. That makes sense. So the news was already kind of, not going to be big news for me, and the fact that it was Minecraft doesn't really mean anything to me. That being said, I do acknowledge that it is a pretty big game, and it might not be as popular now as it was, just like World of Warcraft. But if World of Warcraft hit Wii U, still got like 5 million users daily, it'd still be a big deal. And I think Minecraft still, I think it's good for the Wii U's possibly final year to have a big indie game like that. And for Damon Baker, I'm sure it was a really big deal because that's his job, is to get indie deals like this done. And I think for him, he was excited because that's a big deal for him, and he did his job well. So I got to give him credit, and that's my take. So
can I just say I'm not a Minecraft fan at all. I'm not gonna get this one either, but I recognize that there are a lot of Nintendo fans who want Minecraft, and and for them, I'm happy for them.
Because
happy for other folks.
Somebody had to go ahead and create a rip-off to put it on Wii U because people wanted Minecraft.
Yeah, that's how much people wanted Minecraft on Wii U. There's a couple of them actually.
Yeah.
So.
And they all sold well, because they're all.
Yeah, they all sold pretty. I always saw them trending in the Wada Wada Plaza. So people wanted this game. So it's a big thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I think some people just can't separate the fact that they don't want this game or they don't care about it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was gonna touch base on that real quick. Because people got to understand, for those who don't know, it kind of got blown out of proportion because fans saw the little note yesterday about how there was this quote-unquote big news, and then everybody and their grandmother ran with it and said, oh, an X footage in New Zelda, Star Fox, and I'm just in there, and no one really did the research behind it. I mean, even Juice thought that before he actually looked it up, that it was going to be something like relatively big, and I'm like, and when you boil it down to where the information originally came from, it came from Damon Baker in a podcast. That's the core of the information. It wasn't pushed on YouTube by Nintendo of America or Nintendo in general. It wasn't pushed on Twitter or Facebook. It wasn't a press release. And for some reason, people still were sitting there, it's Zelda Wii U footage! It's coming! Look, it's so much for like, no, stop. And so the biggest problem, and so what aggravates me is that the whole Minecraft thing got announced. People are like, oh, welcome to 2011, Nintendo. I'm like, and my first response, and no joke, is just fuck you, because that's insane. Like, people have got to stop. The NX is a thing that's fine, but it's not always, everything is not always NX related. Actually, nothing this year has been NX related. So why the fuck do people keep thinking it's NX related? It's like they didn't hear about it. It's almost like Iwata didn't say something about it only being mentioned next year. Oh wait, he did.
It's like if it was NX, don't you think Nintendo of America, Reggie, Bill Trinan would have tweeted some big announcement, and it wouldn't just be tomorrow, big news. Like, I think they'd set it up a little better than that.
Yeah, there's going to be a ahead of time warning. Get ready. We're going to reveal NX this day. It's not going to just be like, oh, you woke up and they revealed NX and we all missed it. Like, it just revealed at 4 a.m. in the morning. Like, what?
It was an after hours special.
Because man, there's some, these Nintendo fans, man, they are thirsty. They want to stop looking over their shoulder, man. They want to be able to, talk about them specs. They want to be able to say, haha, my system more powerful than yours.
Yeah, that's all it's about.
It's I can't believe that's still a thing, but it is.
Let me just say this. I was shocked today because after seeing people's reactions, Friday night I was playing Smash, 6-player Smash all night. Saturday I got Xenoblade Chronicles X. I played that for like 6 hours straight. Yesterday, Sunday, I played Xenoblade Chronicles for 7 hours. So I missed any YouTube. I didn't, until today I saw people were actually predicting NX like known Nintendo guys that I'm subscribed to were predicting NX or Zelda, and I'm like, and obviously I knew after the fact that it wasn't, but I'm just like, how did they not read what they just see the headline? They did not. They made videos without reading. I didn't know anybody had made any videos hyping this announcement up.
Can we back up real quick? Wait. So you telling me you were playing hours and hours of video games and you're a part of this gaming community? That doesn't happen. I know that's a lie. You exposed.
Yeah, actually played games. Yeah. And that was in 2 sessions, 2 hours one, and then 5 hours another session on yesterday. And that game's just a time eater, but we'll talk about that later.
So you're not gonna have to dust off your Wii U for Minecraft?
No, I didn't have to dust it
Oh,
off.
that was not.
Well, that's
smart.
the idiot said that in August of 2014. The guy that owned the creator of Minecraft. I don't know if you guys remember this. He was dogging the Wii U for only having 2 games and the third one coming in 2015. And this was after Mario Kart. This was before Bayonetta, Hyrule Warriors, Smash Brothers were coming. And he was already saying then that he had a pillow over his gamepad because it was flashing. So the dude obviously had something against Nintendo. Then Microsoft bought Minecraft. So the fact that a lot of people right there said, oh, it's never coming to Wii U. I mean, I read articles back then, and people were saying in the comments, it's never coming to Wii U. So that's just one more thing to point out is that a year ago, or a year and 3 months ago, people were just like, this game's never coming to Wii U.
And people also got to realize something very interesting. The most interesting thing about this is that this game is being published by Microsoft in Japan.
Yeah.
And that means we're gonna have like a retail Wii U game that has like a Microsoft logo on it.
We got Banjo and Diddy Kong before, didn't we? Wasn't that Microsoft?
Yeah.
Banjo, which one?
Was it? No, it was Diddy Kong Racing, right?
No. Diddy Kong was actually published by THQ. So it was a Banjo Pilot. It was a Banjo Pilot, and the Banjo Kazooie Grunty's Revenge or Gruntilla's Revenge for Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Those were published by THQ, so it wasn't.
No, but I know that there was some Microsoft thing.
I actually have that in mind.
With like Viva Pinata, I think, or something.
Yeah, Viva Pinata, I think. And remember, they was making Halo for the DS also at one point.
Oh yeah, that is true.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
a copy of Grunty's Revenge, and it has THQ on it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we may see a Banjo-Kazooie one day on a Nintendo platform again. You never know.
And see, I wouldn't mind that interaction. It's like, look, Nintendo, you guys do platformers better than we do.
Exactly.
Just give us some proceeds, and you can make the game.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think they should just make handheld games.
Mm-hmm.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
I think they'd be suited. I think Rare would be at their best making 3DS games or handheld games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like if they come out with Banjo, I could see it being home console exclusive to Xbox, but I could see them making a portable version for the handheld. I don't understand why they wouldn't just support Nintendo's handheld. It's like they do that. That's what they do.
Yeah, it's not competition.
They did it on the events. I mean, they were owned by Microsoft when Banjo Kazooie came out and Banjo Pilot and all that stuff came out for Game Boy Advance. So it's not like they haven't done that before. So they should do it again.
All right, so Derek, we didn't get your thoughts on Minecraft yet.
Oh, okay. Well, there's not really much else to add. I'm pretty much in agreement with most of you. It's not for me, but why would I ever be mad that I came to Wii U? I don't have any problem with that. I'm not upset that I came to Wii U.
Do you think that qualifies as big news coming from the indie?
Well, based on the person that put the information out, yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty big news for their sector. You know, I mean, that would probably be small news if, like you said, Reggie put it out there. I'd be a little confused, but
yeah, that's what I said too. If this was like Bill Trinan or Nintendo's official Twitter posting that, then I would have been all right. Yeah, that's definitely not big news for all of Nintendo, fans. But
right. For Bill or Reggie, it would be kind of we'll just throw it in the next Nintendo Direct or something. That's like a screenshot.
So you're not going to pick it up just because it's on Wii U now that you can finally get
at
it?
This point, I think a lot of people, if they're going to buy it, it's going to be a second or third purchase. I would think if someone really wanted it that bad, they already have a platform where they could have the game
I think
now. I would think.
it plays pretty well on the actual smartphones. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it looks pretty legit on a smartphone. So I think it's been readily available. But yeah, I agree with you that most people, this will be their second or third time buying it. There'll be a few possibly buying it for the first time because they only have a Wii U or something.
And that's coming out soon, right?
This is coming out next week.
Next week.
The 17th.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know about the
Which
physical.
means they've been working on this for a while at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd like to, whether I'm not going to buy it, but I'd like to know that they took advantage of the gamepad. I know there's like a inventory screen that you always have to hit start or pause
Yeah.
to get to. I hope they take advantage of that and make it very playable.
Even if it's not at launch, that's something they hopefully would work on and patch it in later if they could.
Yeah. So.
And even then, we're probably gonna get like exclusive Nintendo texture packs where it changes it to look like maybe a Mario World or something.
That'd
Which
be
would
cool.
be
Oh, you know
Good
that's
point. There will be some additions here that we couldn't get elsewhere. So yeah, that's a good point,
Yeah.
Rob.
That is awesome. And let me just say, I was in school when I saw this. It was like 7 in the morning. No, 8 in the morning. And so I go and I sit down and I silently got hyped since I'm not gonna be all hyped. It's a quiet classroom, but I looked at my phone like, oh my god.
I could just imagine Robert's mind.
Like if you see my newsfeed, my Twitter feed when it first came out, I literally tweeted like 8 times like, oh my god, they have horses. Horses are in the game, which means it is title update. I think 31 or 29. I forget the name of them. I'm like, yes.
Too bad there's not
Like in
Raptors.
class.
But guys, you're forgetting there's another game we should be getting super hyped for that's coming out this week.
Devil's Third.
Yeah, I know, man. Devil's
Yeah.
Third.
Hey man,
I didn't watch
I saw the news
Yeah.
trailer.
thing. I didn't
Wait, I
watch
said
this.
about Fast Racing Neo?
Oh,
All right,
man.
Red made a video about Minecraft. I don't know if you want to just quickly.
Yeah, I don't really need an ad anymore. I made a video, and it's legitimized. It got the Nintendo employee stamp of approval on Twitter.
that was
And-
greatness.
Yeah, that was funny. Like, that's Digital Green Tea was like, "Hey, Nintendo of America employee just retweeted your video," and then I looked at the not retweeted. He actually tweeted it, and I looked at it, and he just used the hashtag. What was it? My opinion,
My
right?
opinion.
Yeah, my opinion.
Nice.
And I was like, "See," and people say they don't watch.
They watching us, man. They watch us.
They watch.
And it's just funny. It's like people just never be happy, man. You give us they want Star Fox to give us Star Fox. They're mad about it. They wanted frickin' an F-Zero style game. Here's Fast, but you see people. Why isn't it just F-Zero? Why isn't this F-Zero? Like, just be happy that there's a game.
Red is like the Nostradamus of Nintendo, man. He been predicting all this stuff, man.
So let's talk about Fast real quick, because that got what was that? What day did they announce the release date? It wasn't. It was last week sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, could I just add something real quick about Minecraft?
yeah, go ahead.
Because, like y'all was saying, this was like a big get from Damon Baker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people don't even see the potential of that, like that Minecraft opens. Like if Minecraft does good on the Wii U, all the indie developers out there who aren't making games on the Wii U, which isn't many right now. Right now, like the eShop is really good, but there's still a lot out there that don't. Those guys will jump on the bandwagon, and that'll make basically the transition to NX, like the eShop will be in the positive light because it has the biggest indie game. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of positives to it. So I don't understand all the hate. Like, I guess if it's not NX, it's garbage now. That last direct must have really been terrible.
It would have had more impact maybe 2014, but I mean, like I said, the shit kind of hit the fan right around the time.
Yeah.
Right before it hit PS4, they're like, "Is it still coming?" Because Microsoft owns them, and they said, "Yeah, the deal was still going to happen." So I mean, I'm sure it's been a long road, and the old guy, Dan Edelman or whatever, the old indie guy, like I think he wanted to get it on there. Just never did. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, he was the Xbox Live guy, right? And I say if the Xbox Live the guy who was running Xbox Live couldn't get Minecraft on the Wii U, we definitely got to give a round of applause to Damon Baker.
Seriously.
Yeah, for sure.
And I thought people wanted third-party games. I guess not.
No, they want mature third-party
They
games.
want Destiny, man.
They want Destiny, man.
They want blood everywhere.
I gotta say, between Minecraft and Destiny, I'm more likely to buy Minecraft.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know if my gamepad could handle another. It's time-consuming. My joysticks are getting a little wore out.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually am very excited for Minecraft to play
Yeah.
some more.
I might actually buy it on this one. I'm debating it.
But you can go to Nintendo's eBay page and get a new gamepad. Oh, wait a minute, that's only in Japan.
Yeah,
fail.
let's talk about Fast Racing Neo real quick. I mean, we already knew a lot about the game. We just didn't know the release date, and it's coming out this Thursday. $15 though. That's got to be the biggest news of the whole announcement that they did. And I mean, come on, I paid $20 for Shovel Knight. What was Freedom Planet was $12.99. Rumbo was $8 because I got it on sale. It was like regularly $10. And I mean, Fast Racing Neo just looks like a, I don't know if AAA title, but it looks like a full retail $60 game compared to these other ones that were actually more money or close to the same. So to me, that's fantastic. I can't believe they're charging only $15.
It's somewhere between A and AA at least. And,
yeah, I mean, online multiplayer, solid. Looks like the frame rate's solid. They put a lot of time in the visuals, and the music seems to look kind of generic. Maybe might be the thing I least excited to experience. But
how can they afford? Like, how can they afford to do this? Like, the original one on Wii was like what, $10, like 1,000 points or something.
I can't believe how good that game looks.
And that game looks pretty damn good still too. But like, for $5 more, we getting all this? That's crazy.
It's insane.
It's gonna be like Splatoon, where it's like, man, at a certain point, I feel like I should be giving you guys some more money. It's getting a little ridiculous.
It's true. I do feel that way with Splatoon. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel guilty when I turn it on and like get new weapons and maps. I'm like, all right, still, it's December.
It's to the point where I get upset. It's like, I just want to play the game. They keep shoving all these new weapons and gear at me. I'm like, damn.
You don't want free
For
stuff,
free,
T?
by
Is
the
that
way.
what you telling me?
For free, by the way.
I personally wish that the game was coming in pieces, but whatever.
Oh God!
You gotta get with the times, Nintendo.
So you get one track every 6 months.
Right.
Man.
Let me break some NX news right here, right now, exclusively. They're remaking Metroid Prime for NX, and Talon is going to be one game, Fendrana is going to be another game, Magmore is going to be another game. Enjoy.
Well, that makes sense. Once they redo the graphics, those levels are going to be so huge,
Yeah.
fancy. You can't put it all on one disc.
We'll talk about.
Are they gonna change the gameplay style? It's gonna be an art.
I think we're jumping the gun a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to be our next topic. So.
All right.
Anybody else want to chime in on Fast Racing Neo's price, release date? Are they excited? Anybody out here actually is getting it?
I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna buy 2 copies and sell the second one, or sell it. I mean, I'll give it away to somebody on my channel.
I might do that too.
That would be cool because they need to be supported for this greatness. So.
How do you?
Did y'all see the hardcore, like the hard mode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It might be
One
too.
might say it's really, really fast.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Definitely, obviously, I'm gonna get it day one. Can't wait. It's gonna be fast and racy.
It'll be interesting to see how the online works. If it's just randoms or if you can play with friends. I won't hold it against them if they don't, because it's $15 and Nintendo doesn't do any better. But it'd be nice if you could set up private lobbies or something with 8 friends or 7 friends.
As long as I can jump into a friend's race, I'll be happy. Like if you're online and you're already playing, if I could just jump in, almost similar to like Splatoon, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah. For that price, again, if they did that, that would be even more epic. But
Yep.
Man, I ain't buying this crap unless it's got voice chat. Man, it's 2015. I need voice chat. I need invites, or I'm not. It's a no buy.
That's the one thing about this current generation I did not realize. I do not remember voice chat being this big of a selling point back.
Because people don't really enjoy games anymore. They need to be able to talk to other people about non-game stuff. That's why it's so important. And because we've heard it, like Juice has brought it up before. I've heard it that a lot of dudes some games would be boring to them if they didn't have voice chat. I'm like, why buy that game?
Yeah, that just says a lot about your gaming habits.
Yeah,
if that's the case.
That says a lot about your tastes.
Voice chat kind of ruined some games for me. I forget what we were playing. We were chatting, and I was like, man, Robert was just talking random stuff, and I'm just like, no, I'd rather be just
shut up.
Yeah.
I think it was Splatoon.
Probably was Splatoon. I think was it? Yeah, I think me and
then
Robert
Twilight. We played with Twilight, and he was mad the whole time, and it.
He was so salty.
Cussing.
Yeah.
He was so salty those matches.
It reminded me of playing Call of Duty years ago. So, but since Red Knight wanted to transition, he brought up this game. He also has a video on this.
I did no such thing. I was just bringing up the fact that I had, inside information about episodic Metroid Prime.
So I'll just ask the two bigger RPG guys here. We'll start with Derek. I know Final Fantasy VII. I'm pretty sure you're a fan of. What did you think of the remake when you first saw it, and then finding out that it's going to be split up into 3 games?
Yes, I am a fan. That's why I actually bought the PlayStation when it first came out, because I was like, oh, I had a demo for it for Final Fantasy VII, and I was like, all right, I guess this is where these games are going, so that's where I'm going. That was kind of how that went.
So you bought a system for a game? No way.
One game?
I did. Well, that one and Final Fantasy Tactics, that was also
2 games?
a big
That's
title. 2 games.
What kind of gamer are you?
I guess you really wanted to play it first on PlayStation.
I definitely wanted to follow the franchise at the time. Now, not so much with that franchise, but different times. So the way I looked at it is, I've played Final Fantasy VII a lot, and you can get it on several different platforms now. I mean, you can download it here and there. You can get virtual copies of it. So really, it was always available to me almost anywhere I wanted it to. So I was happy to get it in a different, I was okay with it kind of being an action-based mode. It changes it up. I've played through the same story a lot, so why not switch that up too? I didn't have any problem with that at all. As for the episode, I feel like it's still kind of vague. It doesn't. I don't have a PS4. I probably wouldn't buy a PS4 for that game. I can't imagine. But I'd be curious to see how they're really going to lay those episodes out. Like, if it's how much content is it going to be in? Is it going to be maybe it'll be kind of like Splatoon, where they slowly increment it out, for free or something. I don't know.
Free.
Well, there's.
Optimistic.
Couldn't even get
trying to, glass half full. I'm just kind of like, all right, well, let's see. They were very vague. Let me give them an opportunity to make it all good.
Yeah, maybe
because people
be
wanted this. People are going to follow this game a lot. So
maybe that's only $20 an episode. Who knows?
Right.
But did they say it was actually going to be 3 parts? Because I thought they just said it's going to be split in pieces.
Somebody said 3.
That's what people started saying, like, oh, beginning, middle, and the end. But they didn't say that.
Because
the original was 3 discs.
But yeah, I know, but they never said that, and that's why I said, look what I think. The fact that they said it's going to have more, like, oh yeah, it's going to. What they said is going to be enough to feel like a standalone game. And I was like, what's a standalone game according to y'all? Because a lot of games now are like 5 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be $60 for whatever they come out with first, $60 for whatever they come out with second, and I think there's going to be year gaps in between them. Because if people are going to take that word serious, like, oh yeah, we want to get it out as soon as possible. I'm like, as soon as possible will be 2016. The game's not even coming out to 2017. Right. So that's why I don't believe none of this. It's like, to me, this is just them not wanting to do the work to make the game 100%. It's almost like you're kickstarting the rest of the game by purchasing the first game.
Yep.
The first part.
Exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's why I said, I was like, why is I've seen already so many people who usually are activists of, the good in gaming, just accepting this now.
Yeah.
It's I saw them slowly. I thought they were bowing, but I was mistaken. They was getting on all fours.
So
it wasn't the best announcement. Like I said, I didn't mind the action-oriented change. That was completely fine with me. But the episodes thing is
that's what I minded the most.
Yeah, man, me too. I was like
I was already done then. Like I get like, oh boy. But you can't take. Okay, I understand. It is a remake. I understand modernizing here and there, but it's not like turn-based RPGs aren't around anymore.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We still get them, and they still sell pretty well, especially on 3DS. So, that bothered me because a lot of people are saying, "Well, they're just modern." You can't take the core of the game because then it's not.
But if you look on the side, everything was still there, like where you could still pick your stuff like a regular RPG.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what I meant, like the combat. I mean, you're taking that's like taking Ocarina of Time, right? We're gonna do an Ocarina of Time remake, but it's gonna be RTS.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
man.
It feels like you're messing with the core of what made that game
exactly. Great. You're messing with the core of what made that game great. Exactly.
And a lot of people also aren't a huge fan of the action-oriented style because it feels like there's not like Final Fantasy VII had the material system. Like that system was scrolling through a lot of menus.
Yeah.
If you want to set up your characters right, and you ain't gonna be able to do that. So essentially, it means you're taking out the strategy out of the game. You're
taking strategy out of it, I think a lot of people don't realize that because a lot of the people who are happy about it really never played the game. They just like, oh, that looks good because I don't want to do that.
Well, they're making it for today's audience, the casual audience of today.
Really, that's what they're doing.
Maybe.
And that's how they're gonna nickel and dime them.
Like the action-oriented style of other games. Like most recently Xenoblade X, has kind of an action. I do like that. What I don't like is how they tried to make the turn-based combat better for today's audience with Final Fantasy 13. Like I really didn't like that at all. That was awful turn-based. That was not fun for me. But,
no, it wasn't.
So I don't know. I mean, if they try, because if you take the original, turn-based and just up the graph, it's so. These days, to compare that to today's games, it's almost like slow pace. And why would I want to sit through Knights of the Round again in HD? It'd be fun, I guess, the first time, but it just.
I feel like we're already getting the casual Final Fantasy with Final Fantasy 15. Right. We're already getting that. They just took that engine.
That's a good point too.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wish the remake. Let that stay.
I was gonna say just play Scalebound.
Oh. I wish we got more of a middleman instead of because it feels like they literally just took Final Fantasy 15's battle style and threw it into.
They took the battle style. They took the engine because it visually looks pretty similar.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's fine.
It is pretty similar to 15, so. But
I feel like they just took what 15 currently was and was like, oh, we'll use that for Final Fantasy 7 setup.
I'm not hating on their hustle because I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get more people into it, but
yeah, it's not
for the remake. You should at least leave that alone as far as
it's going to be one of those games that's more for the new fan than the old fan.
Yeah, but that the episodic thing totally killed it. Like I was still kind of on board. I was a little salty about the combat, but I was still on board. And then they dropped this episodic thing, and I'm like,
I'll wait for the definitive edition.
Well, here's the thing. They said it wouldn't fit into a single release.
Yeah, that's a joke.
I'm getting
how would that
this
even
right
be possible?
now. I'm gonna predict there's gonna be so much CGI cutscenes that each installment's gonna be 60, 70 gigs. Because of all the
there's gonna be some CGI in there, yeah.
Yeah, all
multiple discs don't exist now.
Right.
Even though we were doing that last generation.
But here's the thing this is the excuse that really got on my nerves. They were saying, "Oh, this game is so huge, blah blah blah." The original was huge for its time, but they still put it on multiple discs. You can still do that.
They put that third disc out and there was nothing on there but one dungeon. Just because they had to.
It was just one dungeon on that third disc. They still did it though.
How many gigs is this going to take up on your PS4?
All of it.
Well, you better go get a 20 terabyte.
20 terabyte. Good.
Hopefully you can hook up an external by then. So.
You do not know how to compress anything. Good.
No, just buy a whole new system. They're gonna come out with the Final Fantasy Limited Edition one anyway.
Yeah, they will.
If NAC
And they
is
can't-
40 gigs,
They're gonna come out with that PlayStation 4.1.
if NAC is 40 gigs, and they're talking all this about this game, what do you think this game gonna be when it's all said and done?
170.
It's gonna be disgusting.
What personally bothers me the most is the fact of we want to get this out quick. Like, I never heard of. Well, I'm a Nintendo fan, so I'm used to them taking 4 years, skipping generations, trying to get it right. I'm used to the idea of you wait in order to get a quality product. Remember, we were getting Fast Racing last December,
Mm-hmm.
and we're getting it a year later. But is anybody mad about that after seeing the product?
Mm.
No, everybody's like, yay, good. Then you see the price, and it was like, oh, it was worth it to get the best possible game we could have got. And how would people feel if Nintendo was like, hey, you know what? We just wanted to rush out Zelda, so we're gonna give y'all, 3 dungeons back in November 2014, and then in November 2015 you'll get 3 more, and then you'll get 3 more in 2016, and by the time it's all said and done, you'll have a complete game.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna happen.
Like,
They think it's gonna be in a few months. No, dude, there's a game that I was super excited for that came out. Dreamfall Chapters came out in fall of 2014. That game still ain't finished with the episodes. So come on, man.
Well,
It's gonna be a minute.
Episodic games don't have good track records.
No.
and I don't like also that people are saying like, oh, they bring up the Telltale games. Like, stop first. Those are CGI, like, basically games where you have little decisions. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
that's not the same
they're
thing. That's what
point
they
and click
do.
adventure. Yeah, they're point and click.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's like saying, oh, because they have a model over there that's working, you can apply that to Zelda and Metroid? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And that's for story-based games. That makes a little bit more sense for story-based games. And excuse me, we know the story of Final Fantasy VII already, so there's not going to be no.
Yeah, it's no
climax.
surprise.
Goodness, wow, this is what. Look, you see that ending of Final Fantasy VII remake, man?
Spoiler,
Yeah, I saw it 20
the girl
years ago.
dies. The girl dies. Like,
That's why. Come on, man. It just killed all my excitement for it.
and it bothers because it's like, when they sell, or when it's all said and done, I'm not saying one version, but when they all sell 10 million copies combined, the next guy is going to say, hey, we were always rushing out Assassin's Creed games broken, but at least we made a beginning and an ending. Then we just had to fix the whole thing after people bought it. They're going to be like, you know what? Let's just give them the beginning. It'll still be broken, but let's give them that. We'll fix that. And by the time that's fixed, they'll have like 6 more months before they get the other half. Like, and then we're going to be getting games in pieces. This is why I say, like, this whole PC architecture, copying PCs, and everything is like, you see, like, how it's spilling over to the console experience, and then us, like dinosaurs, us Tyrannosaurus Rexes and Triceratops, we got to adapt. Like, we can't. This is our ice age.
Yeah. How are you gonna adapt when you had it better? Like, why would I adapt to something that's worse?
No, and you still have it better. Like, you bought Bayonetta, and there was no install. You just put it in and it played.
Yeah.
You bought Pikmin, same thing. Mario, like, we still have the old guard still there, but everybody's trying their best to bury them.
Can I just say
It's
that
sad.
people were saying what you guys are saying right now when Splatoon was announced how it was going to work? I remember vividly. I don't remember the exact person, but they said that what if Zelda's only 3 dungeons, and then you get the rest later? Like, they thought Splatoon was going to turn into that.
Yeah. Where they at? Where they at though?
Yeah. Where they at complaining about Final Fantasy VII? I have no idea.
Crickets.
I don't follow them anymore. So.
And it's not even the same thing. You're talking about a huge Splatoon. I know Splatoon is huge, is awesome, but Splatoon is nowhere near a AAA product.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's a garage Nintendo game creation, and everything was free.
Yeah.
We're talking about, like, if you're talking to me about Zelda, Final Fantasy, Castlevania, these games that are, like, on the Mount Rushmore of video games, I don't expect them to nickel and dime consumers. I expect them to take the time, 3-year, 4-year development cycle, and bring out a game that's going to review great and people are going to love. That's what I expect from, my favorite series. You know how mad I would be if they came out tomorrow and said, oh, Metroid is returning in an episodic series. Like, excuse me? Like, Samus deserves way better than that.
Mhm.
Or like that's just crazy to me.
I mean, that's it. We have an example. It's one thing for it to be a new game, but we have an example of Final Fantasy VII already, and it destroys this. Like they act like when Final Fantasy VII came out, those graphics were crazy too. The cutscenes and all that stuff, that was crazy then. So why can't that be? Why can't that be adapted to the time right now?
Well, it's even worse in comparison when you think about it. Is Final Fantasy 15 gonna be episodic? Is Final Fantasy
I didn't
15?
think about that. Oh my
I was
god!
like, is Final
It's
Fantasy?
Kingdom Hearts. It's Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, you didn't say shit about these other two games that look just as good. Kingdom Hearts to me looks better in some aspects.
Or did that mean Final Fantasy?
What about Dragon Quest?
A 10-hour game. Or
Yeah.
So what does that say about Final Fantasy 17? I didn't even think about that. Oh my goodness! You
And
scaring
then,
me now.
and then the other thing, people were saying like, oh, it's because they're trying to achieve these visuals. Look, you can't achieve PlayStation 5 visuals on the PlayStation 4. Like that's like saying like, look, we're gonna make Zelda look like that tech demo, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we do that, we can only pretty much create one dungeon. And that's like everybody being like, do it, do it, do it. Like, no, please put the visuals down and give me a damn real game.
Right.
But the
I don't
visuals
want, but look how real he looks. I don't care. Like, dumb that down if that's what it takes in order to get Final Fantasy. Like, I'm used to Final Fantasy looking like a complete turd Final Fantasy VII, now.
Yeah.
Because it aged terribly. So anything they would have did would have looked a million times better.
Right.
some
Million times
hand-drawn,
better.
some hand-drawn art, kept it like the same perspective.
Yeah, anything.
I was gonna say I wish they kind of went back, kept it more into the anime style that it was already appealing to. I mean, I don't mind the way it currently looks. I'm just bothered by the whole people are trying to make excuses for it being episodic.
Like,
But you got games literally by the same company that don't have this problem. It's like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 3, we ain't heard shit about it being episodic. We ain't heard shit about them coming out with multiple parts.
Dragon Quest 11? What's that going to be about? Now
Oh,
I'm
no,
worried
no,
about
no.
everything.
Hey, man, Dragon Quest 11 is graphically intensive, man.
But what do the
It
graphics
Still
have to
looks
do with
pretty
the
damn
length?
good.
No, I'm just saying. That's,
Oh, no, yeah.
Graphics don't affect the length of a game.
It doesn't.
How much size it takes on disk. Like, the character models isn't going to dictate how big the game can be as far as story-wise and the world to explore. Like, that doesn't affect.
No, but it does if you're trying to, like, imagine if they try to make Mario Kart look like the render. You would have 2 carts and 3 tracks. And it's like, oh, look how good it looks. It looks like a PlayStation 4 game. But it's like, yeah, at the expense of what? A whole
Yeah,
game?
if you're rocking like 4K textures in that thing, that does take up space. I mean,
It takes up a lot of space, but what I'm saying is, like you guys said, they could put 2 discs. It doesn't all have to be on
yeah,
one.
about to say we were still doing that in the 360 era where we had multiple discs.
if you can make it episodic, why can't you have discs? Like, more discs? If you can make more, like, I don't understand that. That doesn't make
It sounds like we don't want to
come out,
spend the
dude.
years making this game. You heard,
Right,
that's
that's
what I
what
feel
it's
like. It's like like we don't want to spend years making this piece of crap. So blah blah blah. And I just don't understand where people saw the part where this was like remotely good news or acceptable. I was like,
People
this is
that-
crazy.
I respect it. Like Zobi70 said, man. Like, people,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, yeah, these dudes are turning too. I'm like, whoa.
The funny thing that he said was he compared the gamers today to people in the Matrix.
Oh, that was a perfect
so
analogy.
good because he's like, all these people, they know the truth, but they want to go back into the Matrix so they can eat their steak.
I want
instead
that
of the
steak,
pudding.
man. I don't want to keep eating this porridge. I want my steak, even though I know it's fake.
I know what the
That
truth
was
is,
great.
but I
Yeah,
want to
go
go
watch
back.
Zobi's video. That was greatness.
Yeah, that was good. And he favorited one of my tweets about Xenoblade today, so it was pretty
Give him a shout.
yeah. So anyway, let's talk about a good RPG game that came out on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Oh Lord.
Chronicles X, hands-on impressions. We'll start with Ms. T.
Eyes on impressions. Eyes on other people's hands-on impressions. I'm still waiting for my copy. It'll be here tomorrow. Thank you,
You and
GameStop.
Shadow Hero. That poor guy.
GameStop Online, man. GameStop Online. So
Yeah, I pre-ordered it from Amazon when they first announced the special edition. And then I got Amazon Prime like 2 months later, and I said, you know what, I'm going to switch it to 2-day and see if they want to charge me when I cancel my Prime membership, my free trial. And they didn't. Plus, the game got a $5 one day. It had like a sale price of $5. So I got the pre-order price guarantee of 84 something. So I got it $5 cheaper, and I got it the day after it came out.
That's bullshit.
Hey man, Amazon for the win, man. Amazon for the win.
Amazon for the win. So Mezati, Red Knight don't have the game, so if you guys just listen if you have any questions about the game you want to ask. I just want to get, I know Robert has it, Derek has it, I have it. Terrell, did you get yours?
Yeah, I sent you a picture of it.
All right. Well, you
I
know,
have to ask, is this a 69 podcast?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, so how naked can you make them? No, it's not.
I got all of them.
Actually, there's an achievement for doing that.
Pretty much
Wow.
swimsuits.
Is it-
The diving outfits are pretty much a couple strings covering.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
There's an achievement in a Wii U game? What?
Xenoblade has a ridiculous amount. There's an achievement for running around New LA in only like the swimsuit gear,
So you mean like Justin Bailey? Oh yeah, you old school gamers out there, get at me, get at me.
I wasn't ready for that.
You know what's funny? I'm looking for a way to turn off the damn achievement notifications. They annoy me. I'm trying to find. I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out how to turn them off. But anyway, there's actually under boob. I think I did, but then I did the podcast. I had to get ready, so I turned it off real quick. I think I got it figured out, but to answer Red's question, the diving gear has severe underboob, exposed underboob. So
I know.
I know.
You heard Robert, I know.
It's bad.
Robert has the gamepad on right now. You don't even know.
I know.
Let's just say, they didn't put a lot of details into like skin textures or anything, but it sells the general idea of the women. I mean,
So it's not beach volleyball level, but
No. Oh hell, no. You can't get that good. That's insane.
Did any of y'all unlock the online yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it?
I didn't play it though.
I haven't played it yet.
I just did the 32-player
the
sort of
squad.
the chat thing where you get to kind of just talk to anyone who's in the squad, which is pretty cool.
I haven't done that. I've just
With a keyboard?
the keyboard.
With the gamepad keyboard, you could actually run while you're typing anyway, so it's actually
Oh, that's
pretty
cool.
good. Yeah.
Multitask.
Yeah, you tap a little keyboard icon and then you can type and you can still control it. So
Yeah.
I haven't gotten into
I
that
don't mean
yet.
to bring this. I was gonna say I don't mean to bring this back up, but if Nintendo added voice chat across game chat to the NX, are people gonna say "Welcome to 2005" like they're doing in Minecraft? Just saying.
Actually, I made that joke earlier. That's the one thing I can't stand is that they even when we get something good, there's something that you always get that dude in the back like, "Hey man, welcome to 2003." This is
Yeah,
like,
Xbox 360 or Xbox Live came out in 02 or 03, didn't it?
I don't know.
Xbox
I
Live
think-
2.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's quit talking about that crap. Xenoblade impressions. First, just get everyone, the four of us here, just quick summary of your impressions, and then we'll talk a little bit more in depth. There's actually a great question that I'll get to right after initial impressions. So you guys know me. I'm not a huge RPG fan, but I played Xenoblade Chronicles for a couple hours on the 3DS. Derek let me borrow it, and I enjoyed the combat, and I didn't really want to get invested in that game with other games that I had. So I was like, I'll just wait till X comes out. But I do like the combat, so that's when I decided to get it. And at first, you feel like I felt like I was playing a game for my first time playing video games. Like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But once you get accustomed to the art system and you got the what is it called? The little timing.
Soul voice. Yeah.
With
Soul
the B
voice.
button.
Soul voice.
There's like in combos and then your party members call out. So once I got a hang of the combat, man, it's really fun and it's engaging. You can't just turn-based to me is just kind of mind-numbingly boring. It was to me back in the day. This you got to be paying attention the whole time and your art will if it's like a melee somebody says get in for the topple or whatever and it'll flash your arts that you have equipped that have melee and then you do it as soon as you can and then you get bonuses and you get higher damage and it's just really cool. So I really like the combat. The world is just amazing. It's huge, and we'll talk about some shortcuts they had to go with, which kind of goes with the question I'm going to ask from TriLink here in a minute. But overall, very impressive world. Seamless. Loading times are minimal, and yeah, so I'm enjoying it. It's very daunting. There's just so much to learn. There's a lot of people to talk to, a lot of side quests. It's definitely testing, testing my skills and comprehension of RPGs. So, but I'm coming along and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm very happy so far with this game. So next we'll go to Terrell.
It's kind of similar to yours. I will say the first thing I'll say is that this is an RPG for RPG fans. Like this is like the most hardcore an RPG you can get, because this game barely holds your hand at all. Like, I think the worst part of the game is in the beginning because it's so slow, because there's a whole bunch of exposition. But like the actual core gameplay, and you got to learn how to upgrade your arts and switch classes and switch out your gear to make sure you have the strongest gear and everything. Like, and then choose whichever blade organization you want to belong to.
Then you can upgrade your equipment.
Yeah, like they throw a lot of stuff at you in like the first few hours of the game, and it's like, you go figure it out. There's like barely any hand holding. It's just like, figure it out. I think it teaches you like the basics of the combat, but none of that deep stuff. And it's really cool. Like I like that. It's been a while since I've been through an RPG that doesn't go, this is how you attack, this is how you dodge, this is how you use items. Like, I'm glad that I have an RPG that doesn't hold my hand. I will say this game has scared me way too many times, because in the whole world they have like low-level creatures mixed with high-level creatures, and because of the whole system of where like certain creatures can like see you and they'll automatically trigger a fight with you. In some areas, when you had to get through for story missions, it's like you got a couple of level 5s, and then you look off to the distance, it's like a level 50, and you're like, oh, please. And that happened to me twice. I was trying to get through an area, and I heard the battle music come on. Like, what was that? And you just see this dude run up to you, and it's like, what? And then I died. It was beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone else experienced this. There's a mission where you had to take out 5 juvenile, those little ape-like creatures.
Yeah.
And I was doing that, and then 2 giant ones, level 81 tyrants.
Yeah!
Oh, you found them, huh?
On site. Those ones you had to fight. And they're just wandering around, and I'm just like, holy crap, like, just right by the gate.
And they do that, I'm thinking they do that intentionally. It's like, you better kill them and get out of there, because...
Well, yeah, there's definitely some probes that are surrounded by level 34 to 50s with, if they see you, they attack. There's an area that I was just messing around, because there's no real penalty to dying. You restart within 20 seconds or less for your the last landmark or whatever. And they just didn't want you. There's no way to get to this area, because every path had and I'm at like level 17. They had level 34s. As soon as they see you, you couldn't run. You're just dead. So that's kind of how they make it. You can go everywhere technically, but you can't, because you're gonna die right there. So anyway, were you done, Terrell?
Yeah, I like the game.
All right. All right, Robert. I watched some of your playthrough. It's obvious you didn't know what the hell you were doing.
No, I didn't.
I don't know how you beat that level 9.
Right. That was the best 4 minutes.
Screaming the whole time.
You got so damn lucky. I couldn't even beat level 7s at that point. I can tell you I was at the same point.
He didn't know what the hell he was doing.
I did not do what I did. I didn't know what I was doing, and I still at some points don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting the hang of it though. I know that you gotta actually keep your position against enemies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's, oh my god, this game has been such a blast. The music has been stuck in my head ever since. Like right now, I just have New LA music in my head, and I cannot get it out. Like, this game is fantastic, and oh my god, I'm just in love with this game. I have a squad. I call them the nude squad.
There we go.
Because
It's gonna get real mature up in here.
because every single one of my squad is in their either bra and panties or in their just underwear, and it's awesome.
So you don't even have your gear on?
No, I have it as
Fashion gear, I'm sure.
Yeah, the fashion gear.
I was gonna say. 'Cause
Yeah.
the only way you can, like, you have to remove all gear, and if you click that, it removes it in both
Yeah.
categories. You're right.
Yeah. So technically the swimsuit stuff, but they look exactly like bra and panties.
Mhm.
The same thing, and it's like, it's so damn good this game.
Lid's 13, right?
Yeah.
But
I,
you're only
thought,
15.
I was surprised. I thought they changed that. Apparently they didn't.
They just added like an.
They added like an under thing.
Yeah,
to
you
it.
sent me the thing. I wasn't even looking
Yeah,
for
that
it.
thing.
And I remember I was playing the game. Juice sent me a message over Google Play. He's like, "Oh yeah, they didn't really take it out. They just added some stuff." I was like, "Well," I said, "You really went to go look for it."
Well, as soon as you get to a terminal, it's like it is literally the first gear
Yeah.
on the list.
And he was like, "Well, I might as well go check."
It's pretty pricey overall. They're taking like what 18,000. It's like okay.
Yeah.
Well, everyone said they removed it, and everyone was all upset. Like, well, they didn't. They could have tweaked it. It just looks kind of ridiculous.
Well, it looks like that. It looks like exactly what they did. They just tweaked it a little bit.
No, they
Yeah.
just threw something underneath it. Like they didn't
Yeah.
change.
But
Either
I
way.
am getting pretty good with the combat now. I know a lot of the arts. I changed my my class and stuff like that. And man, like how is it? I don't know about you guys, man. I made a stupid, ridiculous character. I do that with every game.
Go ahead and say his name for us, just so we
Butterfly face.
can all understand.
His name is Bitch Dick.
That's who that is.
So,
What, bitch stick?
Yeah. This is great because I was in the when you hit continue, it asks you if you want to join a squad, and I go under the friends list, and I see this dude named Bitch Dick, and I'm like,
Yep.
who is that in my friends list?
Oh.
You guys probably don't even know. I used my real name, so I'm sure there's people who don't have.
Yeah, I was looking for Terminator, I couldn't find you. I was like, where is he?
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
They didn't even censor it though, which was shocking to me. That they just completely
I
display it.
I technically had to use like an eye with the curved eye, the curved.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
did you?
But you can't exactly. You can't even
curved
notice
eye.
it. You can't even notice it.
I'm glad I know who Bitch Dick is now because that showed up in my friends list, and I was so confused.
Well, you see, my character has a butterfly in his face, and he's got like pink and green hair. It's hilarious.
All right,
Well,
no.
look at.
I went with the cool looking dude. And I thought you could change it after the fact. Anybody else?
No, I didn't think that.
I can't find a way to do that. I swear they.
Nah,
said
I didn't
you
do it. I'm fine with him.
I haven't tried.
You might
I
be able
haven't
to
tried
later.
to. Yeah,
could.
you
'Cause
might.
right now I can't.
They did
remember.
hint at it in the storyline after Chapter 5. They kind of hint at it, but they might just be talking. I mean,
I just started
but-
chapter 4, so.
Yeah, I did too.
Derek,
I'm on chapter 5.
Okay. So
Jeez.
Derek, what do you think of the game, Mike?
oh, did you actually ask me? Is that
Yeah.
what that was? Yes,
Yep.
it's a good game. So what I like about it, and I do like it, really interesting, is we talked about fashion gear. What a cool idea. I mean, that you
Mhm.
really can.
It's
I
awesome.
mean, how awesome is that? That if you don't like it, you can just wear. Like my guy's wearing a suit and sunglasses. I'm just happy with that. Running around with a lightsaber. I couldn't. That's
'Cause-
extremely exciting to me.
The strongest gear is the ugliest gear, is what I'm gathering right now.
Right. That's
Yeah,
I
pretty
don't want to wear
much. You look like a Halo.
some of that insectoid stuff.
Mhm.
But
Oh, yeah.
but anyways, it's just there's never like a game where they really actually take the time to consider. Well, some players might actually want to be aesthetic, So to even take the time to implement an option that's extremely easy to use, and I mean that was just impressive to me. I had no idea. And then also, it almost doesn't seem like it, but this is a single player game. You know what I mean? Like I get on and right away you join a squad, and you're always getting bounce back from other people chatting. You're getting like their achievements if you want to have them display. When they join a squad mission, you can push the negative key or the minus button and jump into their squad. You can set up your own missions. They have little big events. So like all this stuff's always going on. But it is a single player game. You don't have to do any of that. it's neat, you know. I mean, I can party, like, literally, we can all go online and do a mission with our own characters, which are usually just, you know, destroy random things, or specific things, I suppose. It's like they throw you in an arena and have you guys kind of go kill stuff. Or I can just take your avatar and, you know, have it as an NPC. And you actually build an affinity level with, like Terrell's NPC. If I partied with him, we would have like affinity level for our characters and how well they get along, and there's like a specific blade level, which I'm guessing probably determines how long you can be in my party, because it's like time restricted. It's like there's all this online element stuff that they threw in there when really it's just a single player game. I think that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I changed my display, so all I see is, I don't see any of the squad stuff. I don't see the Miiverse. Like, I just want to, right now, I just want to focus on the game, and maybe later on I might want to get into the squad stuff, the online stuff, but for now it's just distracting me from posting screenshots and obstructing the view and stuff, so I've turned all that.
I got a question though. I'm sure everybody will agree that this is you know a very important question. In the customization, hairstyles, is there a mohawk?
Yeah.
It's a white guy's mohawk.
So it's a
style of
spiky
long hair. That's my character. It's not.
It's like a mohawk, but it's still got hair on the sides.
Yeah, it's like
Tiny little hairs. It's not a full haircut. I mean, mohawk.
Here, I got a pic. I'll send it of my character, and I think that's the closest to a mohawk you're gonna get here. So
compromises, man.
I tell you what, the whole story and the characters are so great and they're hilarious, and I've actually been laughing during like the affinity. I've been doing a bunch of affinity missions. I didn't even do chapter 5 yet because I wanted to do a bunch of the affinity missions. So I did, I think, like 5 of them or something like that, and they're all so funny.
I was gonna say, actually, and it does have multiple ways the missions can go. For example, in the beginning of and this isn't really a mission, but I just wanted to see how far it goes. In the beginning of the game, where it asks you if you want to be a Blade member, and it gives you the option to say yes or no. There's like 3 to 6 dialogue options that happen if you keep saying no to him. And eventually it's just like it's a ridiculous guilt trip where he's just kind of like, are you sure about, we did just save your life and everything? And I was like, are you really going to play that card? And then as soon as you hit yes, the other dude comes and he's like, so I won that bet, right? It's like, I have some urgent business to attend to. I have to go now. I was like, okay.
I like trying to pick the good guy options because then you get the affinity, the heart above Elma and Lynn. It's usually they have the opposite. Like Lynn will react to boasting. Elma likes your being humble.
Yeah.
So that kind of adds to their affinity meter. So. That's cool.
Dude, that's the Sunset Overdrive mohawk, man. I ain't
It's gonna have to do though. It's gonna have to.
It's hilarious because Lynn is always talking about eating Tatsu, and it's so funny. And Tatsu is not potato. It's like yes.
Thanks for you guys, for Robert.
Misa don't want no Tatsu.
Misa.
Oh no.
So yeah, the Lynn cooking, that stuff is pretty funny. So
yeah.
Let me ask Trilink's question here, and everyone here I think can kind of answer this because it's not, you don't have to have played the game, but Trilink, he's like, what are your thoughts on Xenoblade Chronicles X director stating that the game is not a AAA title, but is a mid-tier in terms of budget? It's crazy to think that this mid-tier game can fit the AAA game worlds of Witcher 3 and Fallout 4. Yeah, I agree because, yeah, they created an impressive world, but the sun, the daylight, the nighttime sky is just static. The sun doesn't actually move. I mean, it moves, but let's say it doesn't move. Like it'll just change, almost like a picture changing, almost like your screensaver on your computer when it switches into another screen, another picture, on your. If you have it set to like random. So then the sun sets, it's always in the same spot, the sky is always the same, and then it just fades out, and then it's nighttime and the moons are always in the same position. And then the
Well, how do you
shadows.
know that's just not how it is on Planet Mirror?
So, because I'm thinking, how the hell did they make this game and not be $300 million like GTA 5? GTA 5 has a completely dynamic cloud, day and night and weather cycle,
Weather system, yeah.
and that's the most impressive thing about GTA 5. This game, they kind of cheat, but the effect is still get a pretty good effect. But like the
So they're
shadows,
being creative to get around, budget
limitations.
constraints.
Yeah.
How about that? How
Well,
about that?
even if you, for me, in my world, it was raining, and then after it rained, there was a rainbow, and I'm like, what? That's an awesome detail.
Yeah,
Like
that is
I don't
cool.
see
What
that.
was it? A double rainbow?
That's the thing about Xenoblade. It's not lazy, even though you can tell it's budgeted in that area, but they still try to do it in a way that it wouldn't kill the immersion. I think the worst thing about it is probably the pop-in, and
Yeah.
I'm already playing a video game, so it doesn't bug me too much. But I can see that's like the worst thing about the game.
I don't even notice it anymore.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't notice it anymore. I'm
So
just
you
saying.
think-
Do you have all the packs downloaded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already downloaded it. I don't have the game yet. man.
Side note.
Literally,
It's up that I want the damn thing.
Side note. I love the fast travel system. Like
It's
today.
quick.
Mhm.
Like it literally takes 10 seconds maybe to load.
Probably even less.
And you can go from New LA to outdoors. I mean, there's no loading there. There's a quick load into the barracks and a quick load back out. That's it. And when you die, like it's 10 seconds and you're back.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because especially in like, I beat Fallout and stuff, and there's a lot of loading times they have to keep doing. While for this, you could go to any continent, go to New LA, go to Primordial, like everything. It's just no load times at all, and it's like, wow.
I'd rather take.
It's
I'd rather have
seamless,
that.
for sure.
I'd rather have no load times than have bigger draw distance or higher quality textures because the game looks good enough. Like,
Well, the draw distance is pretty awesome.
there's
also.
there's like the structures, the actual environments. There's hardly any popping.
It's the monsters.
I mean, that's
Well,
just
yeah,
crazy.
the bigger monsters popping quite a bit in the distance, so it's not even that jarring.
Load times are that short or almost non-existent. I'm thinking about like Deus Ex, which is a very linear game.
Hmm.
Nowhere near the scope of this, and those load times, and that's the one gripe I have about that game. Some load times are.
But that also goes to the sky not being dynamic. There's a lot.
Well, that's the thing with
easier.
Deus Ex though. Deus Ex isn't that kind of a game either.
That's true.
So.
But like GTA 5 is like the initial load is like 2, 3, 4 minutes to load up the game world. Then from there it's fine. But yeah, I agree that they definitely found very creative and good ways because the sunset looks beautiful. I mean, just because the sun isn't moving like
Yeah, like all the moons. They did the place looks gorgeous at night, no matter where you are. They did a great job.
But they do change. Like you'll see the Northern Lights effect. I forget what that's really called.
But here's my thing.
Aurora Borealis.
Mhm.
They view this game as a mid-tier game. Would you do? I'll put it this way. I don't personally. It feels more like a triple A game than a mid-tier game. I think the only mid-tier thing about it is really just the limitations on the graphics. And I feel like that's a fair trade considering everything you get in return. But like I'm surprised they view this as a mid-tier game.
Especially with the voice acting and stuff, it's all really well done.
Yeah.
I would be like, well, I don't think I'd be ready for a AAA game if they think this is mid-tier, bro. I'm not even ready.
Yeah, imagine a AAA game from them that what they think would AAA be.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the hell would the but I wonder what the budget was for this game. Like,
Who knows?
I don't know.
Well, this game, they started development on this game probably back in 2012.
Because they said Metal Gear Solid 5 was like 80 million, and this was way less than that.
Yeah, but
Which is crazy.
yeah, in retrospect.
And,
Well, that brings up the question: does it cost more to make a bigger game world or make higher res characters?
I would think this
higher res.
I mean, that would cost. I don't know if that would cost resources into the game engine, trying to make the game engine more efficient. But just creating the land masses, because there's so many little nooks and crannies, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised they were like, "Oh, this is mid-tier." I'm like, "Really?"
That shit's seamless. I mean, I don't know if anybody find any bugs other than damn creatures you have to kill. Like, I don't.
Nah, I haven't run into any glitches.
I did run into one like 5 minutes into the game. The reason was I like jumped into some weird thing and I just got stuck in this one area. I had to exit out and come back in.
That was your fault.
Yeah. For some reason I jumped into this weird kind of looking thing and I thought I could run around and I just kept running in circles like I couldn't do anything. I'm like, oh.
How about this? I'm shocked that doesn't happen more often, considering the fact that I can almost seem to jump and climb anywhere.
Just
exactly.
Yeah, that kind
I'm
of
shocked
kills
I don't
me.
fall into stuff all over.
Yeah, that kills me. I'm like, the game really doesn't have any bounds that you're stuck by, and it's like I'm not glitching through walls. I mean, the only thing you'll see me pass through is a car in New LA, which we already knew. We knew that before the game came out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I wonder if I can climb this giant mountain. Well, can I hop here? Can I hop here? And you jump all over the place. I'm like, I'm not falling through anything. It's kind of shocking, to be honest with you. I'm not used to that level of polish. Not for this kind of game.
It's weird.
Well, I know that I was because I was just I was playing Fallout 4 just I guess you could say a couple days ago almost, no, last week, whatever. So basically, honestly a lot of places in Xenoblade look better than Fallout 4 in my opinion, because just the pure like art style that they chose and how they took advantage of that art style just looks way better than some areas in Fallout 4, honestly. And Fallout 4 has a lot of pop-in that sometimes can get even worse than Xenoblade. It's weird. Like, yeah, honestly, I think Xenoblade is fantastic compared to Fallout 4, which I still love also. It's crazy what they did.
Well, I think art direction goes a long way versus just high-res textures and stuff. So we got to kind of push this along a little bit. Little Crate of the Bone wants to know what divisions did you choose, so I want each person that has the game to answer that, and then I want you to go into maybe some minor gripes or any issues you have with whether from a technical standpoint or the gameplay. So we'll start with Derek. First, what division did you choose, even though it's not that big of a deal?
No, it's not. It really isn't. Well, I guess I won't go to. I'm Interceptor.
All right.
Is what I chose. And then
do you
as
have
for
any-
gripe, I really didn't think a lot of the cutscenes were that great, and some of the dialogue was a little poor to me. The story is actually more interesting than I think people are giving it credit for, but some of the dialogue and cutscenes, I was like, I nodded off a few times. It might be just because I've been playing it so long. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's fair. Anything from like the gameplay or anything?
It's okay. I'll say this: when you're playing online, and I know it's a small part of the game, but like whenever I join squads with anyone else because it scales your level based on the mission, so it'll cap it out. So and there's a lot of people that are like 40 plus already, which is scary because that's way too much time in this game. So, and they've got skells and stuff, so it's like, yeah, it caps their level, but they run around with a skell, and you finish these missions, which you're supposed to run around and like, kill 13 things or something, and it's like 10 seconds. They just run around and just stomp all over them with the skell.
Okay.
So you got it. It's kind of odd. I feel like that should be played out a little better, but.
All right. How about you, Terrell? First of all, what division you're in? And
I believe it's called Cavalier. The one with the symbol of the like unicorn, I think, or the horse.
Harrier, right?
Is that? Oh, okay. I didn't know how to pronounce it. I remembered it, but I couldn't think of how to pronounce the name. As far as gripes are concerned, the only ones I can think of is I don't like when you finally get the ability to recruit more than like 3 members on your squad.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like the fact that you can't like find someone.
They're scattered everywhere.
And what
Okay,
irks
let me
me
agree with that. 100% of that.
And what irks me is
terrible.
that in your party, if you click party in the menu, it gives like these reserve spots. And I'm like, well, why isn't I can't just have them in the reserve spots and then just move them over as accordingly? Why is I gotta go run up and talk to them?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I
We'll
did
never
an
use 4 reserve spots.
I couldn't find I couldn't find anyone. So
I found Arena and Gwen. I couldn't find Doug to save my freaking life. And then I actually had to look up a guide to figure out where Doug was. It was ridiculous. And what irks me probably more is that like for one of the Affinity missions, you can only have Elma and Lynn in your team. So I had to take Irina out. So I took Irina out, and then I'm like, all right, let me put her in the reserve list. And then I beat the mission, and I'm like, she's not in my reserve list anymore. And what's the point of the? I still don't understand the point of the reserve list. Like, it doesn't seem to do anything.
yeah.
As far as any other gripes, I don't know. Chapter 4, I haven't really played too much of it, but the one thing I noticed is that Chapter 4 has a ridiculous amount of freaking enemies, like over level than you. And I think the first mission, and the first mission is you gotta get through that to get to like the next little cutscene area, and I'm like, you couldn't give me a little bit of a break? I mean, it's already kind of. I mean, in an open world like Primordia, it's not really a big an issue. But Noctilum, the way it starts out, it's like going in a cave, and I'm like, this is a little bit too narrow, and I don't have enough room to kind of duck things. I got killed like twice already, and I've only started that chapter.
Yeah, I've just started it too. So, how about you, Robert?
So I'm a Pathfinder because I like to explore, and
Especially women.
especially that Elma. I'm always keeping Elma on my team, on my nude squad. But
You are so weak, man.
and Gwen. I like Gwen, Lynn, and
When's it do, ain't it?
those three are like.
Gwen's
Gwen's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, I don't know what I don't like about it.
I don't know, you were asking him the hardest question in the world. How could you do this?
I guess you could say yeah to try to find someone, because for me, I couldn't find Gwen. I'm like, Gwen's the man. I gotta find him.
Well, no, Gwen's pretty close to like the Blade headquarters.
No, but what I kept clicking on the map was something over him, and I'm like, man, where is he? And I kept clicking the thing over him. When all I had to do was click under, I'm like, oh, he's over there. And I just had to walk like a few blocks away. I'm like, oh wow, okay. But I mean, regardless, I'm in love with this game, and I Elma.
So I chose the Reclaimers because, you know, finding parts of the white whale is definitely the most important task. And I have some gripes. I'm an audio video guy. I'm a big, just always have been, big focus on sound quality and stuff. And the music, there's no way to adjust. So during some cutscenes, like if one of the songs playing has lyrics, it's almost as loud as the dialogue.
I get you.
Yeah, I did notice that.
That's just bad. That's just a bad oversight. During a cutscene, it should just quiet the music. It should just automatically reduce the volume of the music. And this is just because of the size of the game, I'm sure. The Japanese voice acting, I'm sure, lined up with the mouse, but the English dub doesn't even come close to matching the mouth movements of the characters, which that's just a small annoyance, but it's kind of weird. But I'd say the biggest thing is what Terrell said, not being able to find your damn party members if you want to get, try new people out, and just the side, like this getting lost in New LA doesn't seem to be laid out very well. I eventually found the transport ships, but I wasted like 2 hours just trying to get back up to the industrial district or whatever, the administrative district. And then when you're out in the field, when it starts raining, it has some of the poorest footprint, like sloshing through wet.
The noise,
the sound effects
it almost sounds like hooves in the water.
It sounds so like NES era. Like it's just the most generic. Doesn't fit, and it's very loud. I got surround sound, and it's just kind of off-putting. Some of the limitations they had to take, but everything else, like the voice acting, music, everything else is really well done. The sound effects during combat, but just that running in the rain. It just sounds really, really lame.
See, that's that non-AAA stuff.
Yeah, there's certain things like that where it's just like, but then you're swimming by one of those huge things in the water and you can hear it drinking the water and it sounds really cool. So
That's
it's like,
insane. I love that.
That scares the
like-
hell out of me.
it's just there's just some weird things, and it's just like the budget to the size of the game, I'm sure affected some of that stuff. Also the file size is like 20 gigs or whatever. So they definitely had to compress some things, and so that just the static shadows and stuff, they're cool. Like it's nice that they took the time to like put shadows when you're under like a big overhang, but the fact that they never move slightly reduces the impact of those. But yeah, and the weather cycle changes like instantly. Like it's raining, then the next second it's not raining. So just some small little nitpicks, I guess. Nothing major. So.
Oh yeah, because the Wii U disc is what, 25 gigs, right? That's the.
Yeah, and you got the 10 gigs. You know what it is? It's just instead of putting the disc in and installing it, you could just pre-install these data packs. Are basically because the disc doesn't even make noise at times. Like I'm playing the game and the disc is silent.
Yeah.
So I know it's just using the installed data packs to run certain aspects. At times, I think they're both. It's doing both at the same time, like off the disc and reading off the hard drive. But
it's got a little idea in my head. I'm wondering if that's another issue with third parties on Wii U, because they can't just slap their 40 gig, things onto a Wii U disc.
I think that's definitely a big.
Yeah, that's probably a
big issue.
Yeah.
And they could work around it now that Xenoblade proved you can have installs, but.
But that's work. You said the W word.
I know, man. Play the life cycle for that.
So basically, the game, I'm really enjoying it. It's not my preferred genre, but I'm really enjoying the combat's really engaging, and I would recommend it. I wouldn't have bought the game. Let's say if PS4 had this exact game, I wouldn't have been excited, and I would have probably never played it. So there's an aspect of it because it's on the Wii U, and there wasn't a whole lot of games to play, that kind of. But I actually did try the first game to know that I like the combat. So if you like Xenoblade Chronicles at all, you're definitely going to like this game, and hopefully, they can. I think they're already at work on their next project, so I'd be very interested to see what they do next. So I don't know if anybody else has any final thoughts on Xenoblade, and we're going to get to a few questions and then wrap this up.
Yeah, I'll say that I don't think there's a lot of games that you can have your whole squad naked. and that is
And defective.
There he goes back to the naked.
and that is just damn awesome. I got my dude shirtless.
I'm gonna agree with the side thing Derek just said. And effective. The fact that they can look the way you want them to look.
Yep.
They're still stat-wise like legit as hell.
Uh-huh.
We forgot to bring up the controversy.
What controversy?
There's no adjustable breast slider.
Oh, who cares about that? We got
Hey man,
Elma.
my female main character is tall as shit, and that's all. Hey man, I'll let her be a giant. She can be a giant. I have a giant wife. I don't give a fuck.
we could all climb Elma's booty.
You were so weak, man.
That's not a booty in my book.
No, it's not.
Damn.
It's not. It's not thick enough.
Yeah.
It's a well sculpted,
Guys, can we? No.
Nah, man, this is episode 59, man.
Elma is like spot on.
Elma looks like a damn PlayStation 2 character model, but it's alright.
What? How does that look like PlayStation 2?
Who looks like?
Elma, her hair looks.
Oh, well,
It's
the
a-
hair, yeah, sure.
She's
But
got over-the-sized eyes, but she's got some kind of like digital retinas. So I wonder.
Yeah, I changed
if she's
my
in it.
my female. I mean, my female character. I went ahead and did all that weird stuff with her eyes.
Oh,
It's
the
just-
Android, huh?
I created a male.
I was gonna give her the Sharingan, but I ain't know nothing about that life.
I just wanted to point out that I created a male character, in case
Wait.
anybody was wondering.
What's up with these dudes running around as girls?
Man, I just wanted a different experience, bro.
I'm just messing with you.
nah, I have a
I'm a sexual
guy.
deviant. I ain't afraid to admit it.
So
Hashtag
I'm
Bayonetta.
loving the game. And
Hashtag Cereza.
Yeah.
this game is like a must-buy in my books. Like this game, I don't like I said, I don't really play a lot of RPGs either. But like this is my first true, you could say, really into RPG, and it's just so much damn fun. I think anyone can get it.
Robert, I'm going to tell you, I'm doing this right now, Robert. You were going to die so much, it's ridiculous. And see,
I know I will, but I love dying.
and see, and here's the thing, though. See, because I like RPGs, but I've been way more of a turn-based guy than like to me, Xenoblade is like a middleman gameplay-wise in terms of RPG styles.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the middle.
And I'm not super into that because I'm kind of like Juice. I only played like a little bit of the first Xenoblade. I didn't beat it. I ain't come close to beating it. I was like in the first 3 to 5 hours. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and see how Xenoblade. I got way more into Xenoblade Chronicles X than I ever expected to. I was sitting there looking up classes. Let me go upgrade my arts, man. Let me go set up strategies. Like Elma's like, I already have it set up where it's like I start off, I try to topple the enemy, and then I go for the flame grenade right afterwards. I'm like, Elma, go ahead and give me that Q for those melee attacks. Use the melee attack. I've gotten I have a system now, and I've only been playing this game for like 2 days. It's
Oh man, that's beautiful, man. I mean, that is beautiful. I mean, we spent this last segment talking in depth about a video game. You know, that's just unheard of in this community. I mean, that's beautiful, man.
Well, we spent the whole segment before bashing Final Fantasy, so it's counterbalanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And Red Knight's been quiet for about a half hour, so.
He ain't got the game, man. He a fake.
He ain't with all this RPG stuff, man. He ain't with all that.
all I'm gonna say is, if you're into video games, try Xenoblade.
I can honestly say though, this game isn't gonna be for everybody.
It's too much to me. It's like the epitome of a Japanese role playing game.
Yeah, I've been saying that from the beginning. Like, this ain't gonna be good.
This is niche as hell. It's a niche game.
There's a lot of reading. Like, I walk by a person and they tell me something, I don't even read it.
Yeah, I don't either.
It pops up all the time.
He's like, whatever, man, whatever.
So
this is a chick, then I stop and be like,
so real gamers don't read Terminator Juice 2015.
Terminator Juice is that NPC character that's like, I don't got time to talk right now.
No, yeah, they always have like, yeah, I don't ever talk. I'm like, come on, I need to buy my underwear clothing right now. What are you doing?
I love the fact that you walk by them and they be like, hey man, I'm like, man,
keep it moving.
I gotta go.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention
2 out of 10. Too much water and text.
No, then it has to be a 2.8 if that's the case.
Again, man.
Anybody else have trouble getting that auto run that you got to hold down the R button, hit B? It seems like half the time I got to press it 2 or 3 times for it.
If you're running while you press it, it will not work all the time.
Okay.
If you're standing still when you do it, it'll work. You have to hold R for a second first, and then your commands will flip.
Yeah, because I'm trying to hit them right away. But it's so clever.
It's not at the same time.
If you hold the R button, it like opens up a whole bunch of different control options. You can pan the camera with the left stick.
Yeah.
You can what's X do with R?
Oh, the follow ball.
Launches your follow ball.
Yeah, the follow ball. I mean,
I'm not gonna. But side note, that follow ball has gotten me killed a few times.
I don't use it.
I use it just for the sake of trying it out, and like when you follow it, sometimes it changes trajectory mid-turn, and that fall ball doesn't account for enemies around you. So like you follow it, and it's like, oh, I got caught like 4 times by some of those enemies that watch you. I'm like, that's
what Tatsu says. He says, what do you say? Like, it may lead you to something, or I forget.
Should have kept that to yourself.
just do the dance of generosity. You'll be fine.
No, yeah. Why is he's always bouncing that dude?
Yeah, man. He's doing dances. He's dancing of new friendship and dancing of generosity.
Dancing a jig.
The music in NLA that switches to almost it's hard to describe. It's like a dance beat, but then it's almost like a hip hop.
I get hip hop vibes from it a lot, man.
Yeah, it stuck in my head that song. It's so good. The
I just want to say, guys, we gotta stop talking about this stuff because we just lost a lot of viewers.
Yeah.
Going too in depth on actual video games.
Actually, we gained viewers.
And the title theme when you're on the title screen is it's so good. I love it. That's the ho ho no like it's so
Not
good.
this
I
again.
love it.
Robert, I want a CD of you covering like every
So
song.
Right.
That was just terrible.
Looking for a way to make some money.
So who all got the collector's edition? Oh, Terrell.
No, I don't have it.
I have it.
I got it. Well, I don't have it yet, but
I'm gonna get it, guys. I swear
it'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, the music on there, it's you can't copy it,
Yes, dear.
Oh, I was asking.
and it plays off of like an Apple music player. It's weird, or not? It's a weird player I've never seen or heard before. That it
I
makes
haven't
it use.
tried it. I kind of
You
like.
can't copy it. I bet you I copied it.
Probably. But,
I
it
know
only
that flash drive is heavy.
it's only it's heavy, but it's only holding like it says max 800 megabytes, but it's only using like 400 or 500 or whatever, if that.
So what happens when that drive dies? You lose all your
Yeah, apparently. But it's a cool looking.
It looks
but
cool
The,
as
book,
hell.
the book's the highlight. The illustration book. I didn't even want to get fingerprints on it, so it's so glorious.
Is there are there any spoilers in the book? Because a lot of people were.
I didn't look through. I only looked through.
I glanced through it. The only spoilers is like all the side characters you'll eventually get. It looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And maybe some of the enemy characters, but I think at this point we've seen most of those characters in the trailer.
Probably.
The disappointing thing is the matted photo is kind of low quality. It wasn't that. It's not that impressive.
Oh yeah, the little extra. What do you call that?
It's a what it says. It looks like in-game like visuals they printed
Oh,
out.
I'm banking it is.
Yeah.
But
And this game doesn't use amiibos, right?
Nope.
Nah, I haven't tried it.
supposedly Shulk's voice is in there. That's how my
Yeah,
character.
yeah. I used him. I used him, and every single time he says, "I'm really feeling it."
He does
I'm
say
like,
that.
Oh my god.
One last question though. Remember when they revealed it, the first trailer? They showed that Shulk looking. Was that just a troll? What was that? That was just a troll.
Well, I
Man.
mean, you can technically create a character.
Well, yeah,
that
you can
looks
create
like
him,
Shulk.
but that was a troll.
I don't
Yeah.
think his costume's in there at all.
It's not his
No,
character's
no,
definitely not in it. So.
But like I
Monado
said, you
would
could
be
just
nice.
you could just have
might
a voice actor, and there you go.
Oh wait, actually no. Lynn's hairpin. I think I saw
Yeah,
in
it
the
has
cutscene.
Monado.
Monado.
Yeah, it's a Monado.
So Shulk is basically going to be what Cloud is.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he gets it put in Smash, and he's only going to be in the one game. It's kind of weird.
Well, I hope. Imagine.
That's
like,
right, though.
He could be put in as
He's immortal as a good
Xenoblade.
character.
the next Xenoblade will have.
They'll come out with Xenoblade Advent.
No, because I read the article and directors or the designers were talking about how they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do a continuation type of deal. That's why they did. That's why they did this game so far in the future and whatnot.
Well, I do want it where that's one
It would
thing.
have to be
I
in the
wish,
future.
So this
I
is,
wish-
I mean, this is their Final Fantasy. They're going to be doing a bunch of separate stories based using the same name, kind of deal. So,
Which
I'm
is
not gonna
fine.
lie. I kind of wish that the main character was voice acted. You know, I kind of wish that because I would love to see my character talk like Shulk the whole time,
Mhm.
and it would be hilarious.
It is a
Just
little
my
off-putting.
And
having
oh, you know, it's
Some
great.
scenes,
also.
I think some scenes are funnier for it though.
Yeah.
Because,
Like-
your choices are just nod
Nod.
silently and agree.
Yeah, I like the ones where you can shake your head and it's just like, man, I'm so disappointed in you.
I love how apparently Lynn writes Skell fan fiction.
Yeah, that had me
Yeah.
rolling when I heard that. I was like,
I made it where I geeked out. It was
I got some scared film fiction in me.
Yeah, I selected the option to be excited about Skulls.
Me too. Yeah.
I gotta
it's-
say,
That shit was so funny.
we're totally geeking out over this game right now.
Well, no, but I also gotta say one more thing is that in the cutscenes, it obviously keeps your costume, so it's just a random guy talking
yeah.
to a bunch of shirtless people. It's
yeah.
hilarious. I love it. You just see a crew of half naked people while this guy's fully
Shirtless
clothed
dick
talking.
bitch over there.
nice.
You should name your character Ball Blast.
Ball.
No, but it's funny.
Jeez.
It's funny because in the lobby you see all these normal names and you see mine.
And what makes it, you know, what's even cooler is that if you change the outfit for your for one of your party members, like Irina or Doug or Gwen, they keep that outfit even when they're not in the party.
I know.
I
didn't even know that because he ran up naked. I'm like, oh my god.
I put Arena as her name in the diving outfit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I can't have her for this Affinity mission. But you rescue her in the Infinity mission. She's sitting there against a rock.
Yeah.
Like a thong and underboob. I always appreciate games.
Underboob, man.
Sometimes it just works out.
It's so funny.
And she was on a beach, so it worked out.
Make sure you have Elma in a tank top for Chapter 5.
Yes.
I have Elma.
No, I already do.
Yep.
Listen to these guys,
bra.
man.
Oh, man.
She gets a decent little action movie, couple scenes there.
Really?
Oh man.
Really? Oh man. So
man.
I'm playing this shit after the podcast. I don't know what's going on.
I'm on Chapter 5.
Let's talk about the voice acting real quick, because Elma's decent.
Yeah.
But I think Lynn. I was worried that because the Japanese are good at doing like cutesy young characters. If anybody watches,
They did Lynn well.
I watch a lot of anime, and most of these voice actors are anime voice actors. Actually.
They are. I recognized a couple of them.
Yeah.
I thought Lynn did. I thought she did a good job of capturing that without it being terrible, like in some cases.
Lynn's good. Doug's awful.
What? I don't
Really?
like. I don't like coming
God.
That's
What about
Patrick
the-
Seitz, man. That's Patrick Seitz, man. Oh, come on.
He did not do it.
He's
I mean-
it may not be the sexiest thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Right. All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up. There's so many questions we never got to, but anybody
Wrap it up.
think
We've
that?
been raw dogging it the whole time.
Wow. Anybody think Xenoblade could be their game of the year at this point, this early?
No, Splatoon's always my game.
Maybe, depending on how this goes.
It may be my second though. That's why I don't know.
Yeah, it's like top 3 for me right now.
Yeah, it's between Fallout 4, Xenoblade, and Super Mario Maker for number 2 for me.
Yeah, if it keeps going at the rate it is and doesn't like level off or start to lose interest, it could definitely be in my top 3, I think. So.
It's going to be one very long, very detailed playthrough, but I mean, I'd never go through the game twice, I don't think, so.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just get the most out of it with one playthrough. So yeah, I'm gonna wait to do my like game of the year, a recap and all that in January after all these games that come out get a chance, like Fast Racing Neo,
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Well, no, Minecraft ain't a new game.
Devil's Third. Devil's Third.
That's a port, man.
I might, after Fatal Frame, how much I like that, I might give Devil's Third a chance. I don't know.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie. I saw
I was gonna say because Fatal Frame at least looked like it was sticking to the
That's a whole different
franchise.
thing.
Devil's Third looks like it's like some bullshit.
Turd.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Come
Bad
on,
Control
man.
in an action game.
And that game is region locked supposedly.
Is it?
Whoa.
Yeah, so the online is like already dead in Europe. I'm like, wow.
Oh,
Wow, that's
What, the
crazy.
online is region locked?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Snorth, I don't know if y'all know who that is on YouTube. He has it,
Yeah.
and he was literally the only person online today.
Whoa.
What?
There was one, and it was him, and he was nobody else. I was like, wow.
Jesus.
So either it is region locked or just nobody in Europe's playing it anymore.
I would argue.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm like, no, I don't.
I would argue it's region locked.
You better off just downloading the PC version.
That's
Even
like
then,
Black Ops
what?
2.
People got a League of Legends to play, so.
When Black Ops 2 launched, when the Wii U launched that night, there was literally like 20 people playing it. Because
Well,
everyone else.
there's still like a consistent over 1,000.
Now there's a
people
couple
now.
thousand, but that launch night, there's literally 20 people.
Wow, really? Wait,
Yeah.
why is it more
Oh.
now? Why is it more now?
Because more people bought the game. Later.
Well, I did too. I bought it. I bought it for
Well,
$8.
people weren't downloading the super huge update for the Wii U. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mm.
That was fun.
But it was in the
It didn't
hundreds.
take me that long.
Like the first couple days, Black Ops 2 was like in the hundreds until you know, it sold like a couple 100,000 and eventually got up, but
Yeah.
so yeah, this is going on 2 hours here, so we better wrap this up. I was going to talk about the Kimishima interview, but we can do that next week.
You're gonna leave out the best part, see?
All that time
Well-
in Final Fantasy.
Let's talk about him saying that the Wii U is going to be getting support.
That? Oh no.
He said no.
Red was ready to go in.
This is dirty for that.
He said the Wii U was going to be getting support, and you know, it looks like that's going to happen with indie games, with Nintendo titles, and one third-party game being Marvel Avengers for Lego Avengers or some crap like that. But
Yeah.
Skylanders.
I think that was. I don't know if that means that the NX come out in 2016 or not, but to me it kind of felt like maybe it's not coming out in 2016, just because if they're going to continue
Man,
to support the
nah,
Wii U.
man. The
My
Wii kept
prediction
getting
is coming
support.
to pass, man.
The Wii kept getting support, and it was Just Dance. Technically, it was Skylanders. It was still getting support.
49.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I'm just gonna play the wait and see approach, to be honest.
I think it's 2016.
it's 2016.
So I mean, it's going. I mean, the lineup right now.
Yeah,
that
sure. I kind of feel like it's 2015, according to these guys.
Oh,
man.
I think it's 2016, but I don't care because my Wii U gets turned on every single goddamn day.
Yeah, like I don't even think about NX like that. Like,
I don't think about it at all.
But I think it
I
was.
only think about it when it's like, all right, you know, it's some news. I can apply it, you know, to a topic of a video. But I don't like sit there thinking like, ooh, I wonder what the next is gonna be. Because honestly, it's no point. After the Wii, it was no point to wonder because I never guessed that. I remember we was all thinking like Nintendo On. Remember that whole thing with headsets and
It was
people talking about
crazy.
how to graphic this and that.
Well,
It's just a crazy remote.
The NX will not be a Wii or Wii U follow-up. Like it's gonna be
Right.
different from those.
I don't think that's really a surprise, but I guess it was good to have confirmation.
Yeah.
You know why it's not a surprise? Because if you knew about the evolution revolution cycle, you knew the
right.
revolution was coming.
The Revolution is coming next, so
See?
Unless he meant it's not like the Wii or Wii U because it's x86 and it's a third twin. I mean, technically that wouldn't be a follow-up to the Wii or Wii U. I mean, it wouldn't be similar, but
that's not Nintendo's DNA, man.
he did
It
say
could
it's
be
so
a
different.
twin architecture-wise for it to get ports, but the
Yeah.
console itself, it has to be, you know, whatever it is. The NX is going to be different from everything, like he said.
It's gonna be. Someday we'll find out, and then we can discuss it further. But
I predict sometime in June of 2016.
I mean, somewhere around E3 time, man.
how do you guys just feel about overall his confidence or his answers as him as a president? It's kind of the first time we've really read anything from him. How did you guys feel
Honestly,
about
I thought, like, when I read the little bit I read, I was like, his answers didn't feel any different from the answer I felt Iwata would have gave at this exact moment.
Yeah, I didn't feel anything.
Because
Yeah.
I still feel like it's his vision. So when he says, like, oh, we're going to still support it through, I've heard Iwata say that a bunch of times.
Yeah,
And then announce a DSi,
exactly.
DS Lite, you know, new 3DS.
Remember Game Boy Micro? Out of there.
Yeah, Game Boy Micro.
Hey, man, those were tough times. I don't want to talk about that.
But yeah, and next I know the official name already is gonna be Virtue Girl, so it's gonna be cool. They're only gonna create 69 of them though, you know, limited edition 69.
Virtual Girl? You know Robert's gonna be first in line.
I hope
that.
it's
Oh, please, right behind Juice.
No.
Right behind Juice. He's gonna
I'm
be
just
first
glad-
in line right behind Juice.
I'm just glad Robert wasn't here for my game night because he wouldn't have known what to do with a girl playing Smash Brothers.
There's a what?
Well, see,
She was your age too, so it would have been
Really?
perfect for her. Yeah.
What?
you gotta take lessons from Juice. You gotta get the lotion out,
Oh,
and right next to
Stop.
You gotta put some good word for me. Put some good word for me.
I was like, man, I know this kid. He wears sweatpants all the time.
And loves Jurassic World.
But he says boxes if you want him to, though.
He says random shit.
And his theme music is Everything is Awesome.
Everything is awesome, yeah.
And he hums her songs randomly. And he's like, "Hey,
Robert, your phone ringtone has to be Everything is Awesome by now."
No, my alarm clock is like a whole bunch of game music, and one of them is Jurassic World theme.
Oh, of course it is. Oh God.
Oh shit.
And John Williams is a beast. Huh?
What else did Kimishima say though? He said.
Well, they have that rumor. Again, it's a rumor, but they said
the thing that he said that I think stood out the most was he corrected people's clickbait articles about him saying the Wii U would be a failure. He knew it from the beginning, and all he said, it wouldn't live up to the Wii. Basically, there's no way it could sell as well as the Wii, being so similar and that audience. So in a way, he did say it wasn't going to be as big of a success.
But he didn't use the word failure.
No, he didn't say it was going to be a failure.
Which is what everybody was running with.
The same way people still running with the fact that the last thing Iwata did was apologize to us, even though he did no such thing.
Right. It's a
yeah.
These dudes, man.
These dudes. All right, so I guess we'll do final thoughts and we'll wrap this up.
Terminator Juice, could I ask you something real quick before we go? Because people are gonna want to hear this on air. So I said look. I did the very closed-minded, not closed-minded, just very focused E3 reviews, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's weird. Y'all like, why is he bringing up E3? But the Wii U now, looking at where we at right now, and looking at what Sony showed at E3, I just want to I said, Sony won E3 for hype, blah blah blah. Next year though, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving them a pass for hype. Now it's going to be like, I want to see tangible release dates, not 2017 potential games. It's crazy how so much, I think almost everything that they showed at E3 has already came out.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Star Fox and Federation Force.
I'm gonna bring up a question real quick. I thought you were gonna ask Juice a question, Active. What happened to the question?
no. What I was gonna say. You gotta feel like that's a win on your side when everybody was hating. I'm like, because I look at the PlayStation 4 right now, so what came out again? No, seriously, they had a great E3, but what? I mean, the sales are there, but nobody could play sales, and those sales mean nothing to you because the system was going to get support no matter what. Just look at the PlayStation 3. That thing was dead, and they was like, nope, we're going to make sure it lives.
Yeah, these dudes are very selective. Speaking of Xenoblade Chronicles, remember how they all said, oh, Xenoblade, we saw that, in 2013. I'm not excited for that anymore. Well, a lot of these games that you got excited for at these E3s from these other dudes ain't coming out till 2 or 3 years later. So that's hypocritical.
Well, I said it in my review. I said that Sony is going to be in the same situation next year that Nintendo was in this year, where they showed everything already the year before, so they're not going to have as many exciting new things.
Hey, they're going to have another mediocre God of War game at least.
I mean, we saw Watch Dogs, and it came out a dog.
2 years later.
I mean, we've been seeing the same street of the Division.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. We still all we see is nothing in the sky.
No gameplay Sky.
Yeah, I mean, now that Xenoblade's out, it's kind of completed the year. You could say Fast Race and Neo. We saw that.
Fast Race and Neo.
We saw that after during the Treehouse. Devil's Third,
and Minecraft out of nowhere.
Yep. And we had Twilight Princess announcement out of nowhere, and I mean,
and more Smash deals.
I think Sony's going to have the same problem in 2016 that Nintendo had this year. Is they're going to be like, well, we're not going to have as many new surprises or anything for people. So
that's why they're boosting up these third parties, because they know it's going to be a desert. It's going to be a desert in 2016.
And it's crazy because it's like Nintendo already won E3 next year. Because if they lose, that means the NX is a complete piece of trash.
Right.
You know, it's like no way they can lose next year. It's like they're gonna come out, show 3D Mario, show Zelda,
Oh,
you know,
man.
potentially Metroid for the 30th anniversary.
Especially-
I keep saying that even if it never happens.
Especially for these hype heads. That's
Yeah, I
win
said
right
it should be an easy win. Because Microsoft was like, what are they going to show? Gears of War? If you show Halo, it's like at this point, Halo is like worse than Call of Duty. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't, like, Halo needs to rest right now.
And Gears is
At
gonna
least-
look like what we just. It's gonna look the same as what we just saw. Like, if not, maybe.
Well,
worse.
it's funny. I was watching the beta of Uncharted, right? I was like, this shit looks like Uncharted 2 to me. Like, I know it looks better, but it just looks like the same
No,
thing. Like,
Yeah.
I was like bored watching. Like, this is.
I was gonna
That's
say
special.
that when I first put in Uncharted the 4 multiplayer beta, I was like, I just played the Nathan Drake collection, and this looks very similar.
Yeah, it
It's
really
like,
does.
it's like, I think they boosted like the graphics for the single player, but not the multiplayer. It's like weird. I don't know what they
Nah,
did.
man. You
Well, it
missed
has
the
to run at
part.
60. No.
You missed the part when he was stamping them letters.
I think I really
It's a
do
big
think
deal.
like I went back and looked at the Gears of War E3 footage and I was like, oh shit, Gears of War actually does look way better than Uncharted.
Yeah. And
Insane.
now it's looking like Uncharted Days of Our Lives or something. I'm just seeing a lot of.
Yeah, the brother stuff they did, I saw that. I was like, this is how you hype up a game showing this bullshit?
Yeah. Like that says nothing about
Like, you gotta come eat dinner. You gotta meet my wife. Like,
and
for
that was
real,
it.
this is how you hype up a game?
And that was
I can't wait to E3 to see Zelda and see Link on his horse talking to like some farm person and just having a one-on-one conversation.
For
And
5
people be like,
minutes.
"Oh my God, did you see the textures on the grass?" But we've done that already. We've already jizzed to the grass.
Right.
Red Knight, he's sounding pretty bitter right now. That PlayStation experience, I didn't check it out, but I've heard from PlayStation guys that it wasn't that
Hey
wasn't
man,
that
that
thrilling.
VR though, that VR was
In
ridiculous.
VR, you can't show
I didn't see it.
VR.
I caught the highlights.
Oh, that VR was bad. Like,
You can't
really bad.
Demonstrate VR to someone not wearing a VR headset. Like you can't grasp what you're seeing by looking at.
No, but don't worry, it's gonna be awesome. Robert already got his
Yeah, he's
pre-order.
got his pre-ordered.
No, I got a pre-order, but I did play the Oculus, and it was awesome.
oh man,
There
I
it
hope
is.
it's trolling. I hope
Need to get you a
trolling.
thesaurus.
The way I see it is like the PlayStation Move. I always said I would get the PlayStation Move if they said Uncharted was going to support it, because that would tell me, or like God of War was Ascension. That was the one that was coming out after the Move was already out. I said that would tell me that they're actually all in on it, but that didn't happen. So I was like, nope, why bother?
Just
Well, that's why that would be awesome if they support like Move and VR. Like that would be awesome. Have both of them tag like.
What's
it's-
another word for awesome? Just real quick.
spectacular.
Okay.
Spectacular.
Great.
I don't know. I don't know any other.
You should start saying yummy. That'll be yummy.
I'm gonna,
Oh,
Everything is
Elma.
yummy.
Elma is yummy.
If I may throw this out there, some dude just replied to me on Zobi's video. I was agreeing with his video.
Mhm.
This guy replied to me. Then get GTFO, get the fuck out. No one wants you here. We live in a time of gaming where it's about hype and it's good.
What?
I hope, dude, a Kaizen, whoever you are, I hope you trolling, man. I hope you are trolling me.
you'd rather see
I'm hyped for like stuff that's very, very close and tangible. I don't care about I don't even think about Zelda because it's like that's this time next year. Why would I even drive myself crazy? I'm thinking about Fast Racing Neo, Twilight Princess, Star Fox, and I'm really hoping that we see Federation Force again, man.
yeah.
I'm serious, cause I gotta ask this too. You gotta not y'all, because y'all really didn't. Y'all don't hate the game, like y'all don't want it burned and buried
I
and
think
murdered and all of that stuff.
Good. It's a Metroid game.
You know, but I'm like, I know now all these people who's hating. I know a part of them deep down, they want to see it again.
Of course. I want to see it again.
And if they say they don't, then I would say, all right. So let's say it goes away, and that means the whole Metroid series goes away. You gonna be happy?
No, they can be crying the same way they were crying on Fast Racing Neo's video. Oh, wish Nintendo would be lazy and give us a Metro or another F-Zero then.
Or
like,
saying
lazy.
I seen
Same way you were lazy to get off your butt and go buy the last F-Zero. Come on.
I seen a post on when Fast was announced to have 4-player split screen and online, 8-player online, and I seen a dude posting, 4-player split screen and online, 8-player online with beautiful visuals. Nintendo, you should be paying attention.
I know.
Mind you, Mario Kart 8 is already out.
I was about to say,
Right.
Mario Kart 8 Smash, Xenoblade.
Like,
I mean, yeah, they should pay attention.
it's like, yeah, maybe compared to Mario Tennis, Fast Racing Neo makes Mario Tennis look bad, but
These dudes, again, these dudes.
Yeah,
This is
it's that memory that only lasts like a week and then it deletes. It's like they got a shitty hard drive. You know what I mean? And it's like once they get it's not a 1 terabyte, it's not a 2 terabyte. They got like 3 gigs.
Yeah.
And once that shit fills up, it all deletes, and then they only can remember the latest thing. Like they already forgot Yoshi and Mario Maker. Now it's happy, not even Happy Home Designer. What's the Wii U one called? I always call it Happy Home Designer.
Amiibo Festival.
Yeah, Amiibo Festival and
forget.
Mario Tennis. Not Xenoblade, not Fast Racing Neo coming out, not even Minecraft.
Yeah, I was watching Nia, the video gamer's video, and she was talking about how terrible of a year this has been for Nintendo, terrible holiday season, and only mentioned Mario Tennis, and she used Ultra Trash like she had created that term when I had said it like 2 weeks before, but anyway, it completely...
Shots fired.
Completely ignored, Mario Maker, Yoshi, Fatal Frame with Xenoblade and Fast. Like, it's just like, just because their normal slot, yeah, that was the weakest. We talked about that on a podcast. One of their weakest November lineups for 3DS.
Absolutely, no. I mean, she's right. It was.
Yeah.
There was no big November game.
I think
in terms
well, she
of
said as a
November.
whole, like one of their worst years for as far as review scores. And I'm like,
I don't care about
Mario
reviews.
Maker's at like 89, Yoshi is like 82, you got
Splatoon's 80s.
at like 85, 80, whatever that is.
Nintendo fans care about review scores?
I thought, like, I'm like, since when? Like,
Did they give DK Tropical Freeze a 7? Like, come on.
Someplace.
yeah, like, I mean, DK Tropical Freeze isn't over 95. You know, the reviews is bullshit. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. Like, but I don't understand, like, reviews matter now. I thought we all knew that people used to always, you
But
know.
just to say, like, the whole year, I mean, in my opinion, this year's been just a notch below last year's, just because last year had Mario Kart, Smash, and Bayonetta. But to me, Mario Maker, now Xenoblade, now that I'm liking that, and with Splatoon and Yoshi, it's like, it's been a pretty good year for them.
It's been a fantastic year.
Post-
Oh, here we go. Fantastic.
Wait a minute. We care about review scores. Wasn't Mario Maker nominated for Game of the Year?
Yeah, right.
Dance for the Tune beat out all those other shooters that people were hyping up.
Oh,
Isn't that the best multiplayer game of the year according to them? According to their Oscar awards.
Gotta be consistent. If the reviews matter, then the Game Awards matter too.
Yeah, I guarantee you Witcher 3 will win Game of the Year on almost every site, because that's just like last year with Dragon Age, just out of nowhere, everyone just followed suit. It's like...
Yeah, I don't care about.
I don't care.
I never cared about Game Awards. Like, people used to always get mad and cry. I'm like, why do you like that publication? Isn't the end all be all? There isn't no one standard. Your game of the year is whatever you want it to be. Game of the year. Look, if Mr. T's game of the year is Happy Home Design, and Terminator Juices is what it's called, like, I don't know,
Amiibo
Happy
Festival.
Feet or something. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like, that's their
remake.
game of the year. Who am I to tell you that? Like, if somebody say, "Oh, my game of the year is Candy Crush for the last 5 years," hey, I don't care. That's your opinion.
The Game of the Year matters to these third parties because their game only sells for about 3 or 4 weeks, and so
That's all I got.
if you mention Game of the Year, they might get some more sales. While the Nintendo games, they sell all the time anyway.
Splatoon is still selling.
Still selling.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, let's,
where it matters. That's where Game of the Year matters.
One of my top 3 games right now. Well, X might have pushed it, but Fatal Frame, 67 on Metacritic, and it's like, to me, that was one of the most enjoyable, unique, fresh experiences that I've played.
Zombie U.
You played the crap out of that.
I played 45 hours, and it's like,
Jesus.
if X didn't come out, I'd probably keep playing it, but it's just one of those things. It's like, whatever game you happen to love. That's why I was like, maybe I'll give Devil's Third a little bit more of a chance, because...
Yeah, I'm getting Devil's Third. I don't care what y'all say. That game's just too bananas looking to me. Like,
is there going to be a physical version?
Yeah. It's physical.
It's coming out Friday.
I bet you it's definitely not going to sell well. I wonder if you'll be able to find it
hell
anywhere.
no. Oh, hell no.
Better get it while you can.
But you know what's stupid to me? It's like, you notice how when Nintendo, it's only the exclusives that count, and I get when people say like, oh, because they don't get third-party support, but they actually factually do get third-party support, right? Like Fast Racing Neo is third-party support.
Yep.
All the indie games that have come out, like Typo Man and Freedom Plan, those are third-party support. Yeah, it's not the AAA third-party broken games that need patches. Shots fired. But it's still third-party support. It's like people don't include all those, but then with Sony, it's like you got no first party to include, and it's like, oh yeah, everything is awesome.
You can spend 60% of your PlayStation experience talking about indie games, but that's okay. That's considered third-party support. People put those games in the list when it's like, oh,
Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Blind Forest. Oh yeah, that's third-party support. Cuphead at E3 when I was even giving that game props. Everybody's like, yeah, but then it's like on Nintendo side, I'm like, oh, y'all got to check out Hive Jump, crickets. Rive, crickets. God damn it. Like, Fast Racing Neo, crickets. Are you kidding me? So, all right, so the problem is y'all. Like, y'all don't want third-party games, obviously.
Oh, man.
And
that's the way I feel.
Just off topic here, but I just saw an article. Somebody's making Turok 1 and 2 remastered.
Who and why? Because
this PC. Did you see the link?
Why?
This don't look good.
Oh, is it a fan? Is a fan thing that's never gonna happen?
Night Dive is currently remastering the first 2 Turok games. Both games will feature enhanced graphics and other improvements. They just high-resed.
It's just it don't look good.
The character
are they gonna sell it in parts?
Combat.
You were getting me hyper, but I'm like, I thought we were about to get a new dinosaur game.
Not
I'm like,
remastered. It's or not remade. It's just they just up-resed and got rid of the fog and stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's
I still personally feel they should sell it in part and kickstart the other half.
Yes.
Oh God.
That's
They didn't get rid of the fog. I see a lot of fog in these shots.
They didn't get rid of it.
I want the next 3D Mario game. I want Luigi, if he's in it playable, I want him to cost like $5.99. I mean, you know how in 3D Mario games you always got to get like basically like 70 stars and you can end it even though there's 120 to get to the real ending.
Yeah.
Well, to get to that 120, I want that to be like $8.99, and then the whole new game plus. I think that should come out a year later for the same price, $60.
No, here's what they're gonna do.
I think Nintendo needs to get with the times, y'all.
They need to have a season pass. A season pass with 2 expansions, and then the following year they'll release a 3rd expansion. But the only way to buy it is if you rebuy the first 2 expansions with it for $40.
Yeah.
Even though.
And you gotta buy Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on your Wii, even though it doesn't matter. Wow. You just gotta buy it. You gotta take it to GameStop, scan the barcode for you to get access to play the beta demo alpha build.
So, here's some interesting. I just happened to stumble on VG charts seeing that Turok. Xenoblade Chronicles basically not tripled, but it did almost in 1 week. The week before it launched, it did 80,000 in the U.S. in pre-orders when it was at like 160. So it didn't double obviously, but it did big numbers last week. And Twilight Princess HD did 126,000 pre-orders last week.
Jeez.
Damn.
So Xenoblade.
I keep forgetting I got that game pre-ordered.
Xenoblade ended up with about 220,000 pre-orders just in the U.S.
That's awesome.
So that's going to equal probably double that week 1 sales. So I mean that's pretty good. consider it's already out in Japan, so there's not gonna be like big global.
Yeah, I didn't. I
And,
never pre-ordered it, so that's one for me.
Twilight Princess is at almost 255,000 already with 14 weeks to
Wow.
go. So
It's a lot.
I mean,
All I'm saying is,
Yeah,
look, I
console.
think that's all well and good, right? And like Kanye West, I'm gonna let you finish, but I think Nintendo needs to get with the times because
Oh
I mean, no, it's serious. Nintendo need to get with the times. You know what I mean? They got. I want like Federation Force. They said it has 30 missions, right? Well, I
Yeah.
think it should have only 15, and the other 15 should be sold separately. And then Blast Ball should be a separate game now too.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
but Red,
They
Well,
got to get with the
Red,
times.
they're selling you three Fire Emblem games,
that's right.
man.
Well, no one
Nickel and
said nothing
Diamond.
about Pokemon, even though Pokemon was doing that for years.
Nickel and Diamond.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? That somebody will say that and be serious, but you know, like you could get one and it's basically the same thing and it's a full product. There's a beginning and the end. It's like, oh no, but I want to get to the other side, like you know, from Johto to what was the other side? Like
Kanto.
yeah, Kanto, like, but you know, it's not that serious, right?
We'll look
No.
at.
Well, yeah, it didn't change too much, but I'm just saying, like, that mentality always irked me, and Fire Emblem is still getting shit for that. Like, Fates is still getting shit for that. Even though I've already seen reviews of the import, people already said the shit's longer than Awakening was. Like, one game is longer than Awakening, but you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you know it's 2 games and they're nickel and diming us.
But you could get the three games for $80. I bet you that the Final Fantasy, when it's all said and done and the game is complete, if it ever does get complete, if they ever kickstarted good enough, you know, give it a real good kick in the ass. I bet you that's gonna cost more than $200 because I bet you each part is gonna be a full retail price game.
Well, yeah.
Like people can say, oh, it's gonna be like $30 for the first part. Like okay, and I was seeing what's his name Alpha Omega, right?
Yeah, for Mega Sin.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, you know, it'd be cool if they come out with the game for 60 and basically like a season pass. I'm like, yeah, you know that's not happening, right? Like, there's no chance of that. I literally believe there's no chance. Like these are gonna be because the fact that they said, oh yeah, each part is gonna be like a own full game. No, that's just them saying each part is gonna be a full retail price. It's not gonna be a full game. How can it be a full game if it's not the full game?
Yeah. There are quote unquote smaller games in the episodic realm that charge, like I was saying, chapters, Dreamfall chapters. Those are $30 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
So how was this game, which was supposed to be so huge and big, gonna be $30 for an episode? I don't believe it.
Remember The Fall, the game that came out on Wii U?
Yeah,
The
The Fall.
Fall. Yeah, that was a chapter 1. If I don't know if a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be getting chapter 2, I guess, in 2016, and that was $9.99. They're not listen. Final Fantasy VII. They're not gonna give that game away for $30. They're not. It's in no world is Square Enix gonna sell it for that price. Sony would tell them before, they're like, "Are you crazy? Sell that shit for $80." What's wrong?
Konami charged you more than that for a demo, a 2-hour demo. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna put a Cloud statue in their stupid art book and be like free download of the original. How much? 80.
Nah, it'll be 150 for that Cloud statue.
No, the Cloud statue is gonna be Amiibo for Smash, but he's gonna come in the PlayStation 4
It's
packaging.
gonna come with a code for download.
What's better looking, the Smash version of Cloud or the remake version of Cloud?
Better looking?
Like the design.
But ain't they're the same thing, right?
The same. I think they.
I think the remake one, obviously, because of the details. But
I don't know. I like it better with a little more of a.
doesn't he have that suit as one of his alternates? That costume, the trench coat, and
I'm not
Smash.
I think so.
I think he does, and he has the sleeveless one. Yeah, I think he does. But
When
You
you
talking
take
about
it-
Cloud? No, yeah, his Advent Children.
It's Advent Children. It's the Advent
Yeah.
Children.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you which one is gonna be funner. The one that we're gonna get to play real soon,
Ooh.
December.
and buy it once and get the level. I mean, think about it. You're gonna get that same level, right? That same area, in the first half or piece of the game in the first episode. You're gonna get that. Like, might as well just get smashed and enjoy yourself.
The first remastering you're gonna see of that level and the music is in the Smash game.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they got a way better supporting cast too. Come on, man. Mario and Samus are in there. And show.
I'm actually looking forward.
It's choke, yeah.
I liked watching that a few times. His moveset looks right up my alley, so I'm not a fan of Cloud himself, but I might get him just because I like it's like a nice moveset for the style I like to play.
I'm going to get him just because I've always wanted to do Link versus Cloud.
And that stage looks awesome.
You know, we're going to have that real life death battle going.
Yeah, it's always been like a battle going on in, chat rooms and whatnot back in the day. Now
you
it's
got
like
all the summons and everything, which I heard the summons on the new game is each one is going to be like $17.99. So
oh God.
Yo,
Spoiler alert.
chat rooms and message boards still a thing. That's some old school stuff, right? Chat rooms and message boards.
We got to wrap up this epic 2.5-hour podcast here.
All right.
Juice is Loose, number 69. We kept it pretty clean.
I told you it was going to be juicy. I told you.
We kept it clean. It's true. Let's dirty it up real quick. Let's talk about those cheeks that can't come back together. Not just kidding.
Oh, God.
You be walking by, all you hear is.
I know what Robert's thinking right now.
Hashtag no ass whistling, yo.
Hashtag no ass whistling.
Robert's like, I like Elma's cheeks.
Oh, my Lord.
I want to climb those Twin Peaks.
I swear. These dudes could play Ocarina of Time and not use the ocarina. They said Spirit Tracks, they already got the flute. They don't even need to get the item.
It's like the guys at work said, they always used to joke around, say when somebody farts, it sounds like this.
I'm dead.
They coming out with the new Guitar Hero. No guitar. It's gonna be a flute, but there's no flute. It's just ass cheeks.
That's coming to Oculus.
I can't take it anymore.
Did you see that?
It's coming to Oculus. Asculus.
That was the low point of the Game Awards.
Oh man.
Oh, it hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts, man.
I don't even want to know what Robert would do with the Oculus with a character like Elma.
Ass.
He's laying on the floor looking up.
Oh shit! His mom walks in the room.
Hey, look,
What the hell are you doing?
Everything is
game,
Mom.
I'm playing the game.
I'm trying to see something, Ma.
I'm on the 5th level. I'm fighting the boss.
Oh shit! I'm big in life. If Metal Gear Solid 5 support comes to Oculus, I'd consider it for.
Oh boy! Because Terminator get real quiet.
When she's dancing in the rain.
Oculus would be great for actual real life porn. Like you could walk around the room, get 3D
Hey man,
views.
I'm looking forward to the games Japan makes. I'm gonna be all over that shit. Don't even call me out.
I'm not even bullshitting. I'm dead serious.
Oh,
like,
no,
you got to think about it. That's money right there.
That's where it's going to happen on the
VR.
Yeah, I know. Japan gonna get me fucked up. You ain't gonna see me for like 2 years, man. I'm gonna come back with a
Nintendo gonna open their love hotels, and it's just gonna be helmets in there.
It's gonna be
put them on, go to a different world.
It's gonna be Samus's helmet.
He gonna be that scruffy dude strapped to his chair. Ain't bathed or showered or any of that stuff in months.
Like gamer.
With a bag of chips and nothing but the headset on.
Remember that movie Gamer when that disgusting dude got to, instead of virtual reality, take over an actual person?
I never saw it.
Yeah. I was thinking, what's that one with Bruce Willis? I was thinking more of that.
Oh, Surrogate.
Surrogates, yeah.
Yeah, in Gamer, people would volunteer to have a chip put in their spinal, stem of their brain, and then people would pay them.
I thought you was gonna say in a whistler.
People would pay them to be able to control them in like a real life Sims, and it was crazy.
Yeah, it was a good idea, but the movie wasn't that good.
The movie wasn't great, but
I know Terminator Juice been trying to wrap this up, and we just keep going.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
Wrap it up in a
wrap it up.
Wrap it up, tighten it up,
before your
stitch it up.
before you bust.
Seal it up, crazy glue.
You keep busting.
All right. We'll start with Robert. Any final thoughts at the end of this awesome podcast?
There's a lot of video games out, and I want an Elma amiibo.
Yes.
You already got a Zero Suit Samus, man. I don't see what you greedy.
Yeah, but come on, I could dream. And
He
then,
wants a no-suit Samus.
Who doesn't, though?
Right.
a nude
That's
suit
good print
Samus.
money.
There's
probably
going
have
a nude suit Samus.
Japan probably has that.
No, they don't.
Has nobody actually like
Correct
painted it
looks.
and made her look nude?
They probably have, but
We
they
gotta
just
look that
probably
up. Let's get on it. Let's get on it.
It's like, ladies and gentlemen, get your mouses ready.
love how
Go to
Terrell-
410.
We're like, Japan probably has that. No, they don't. Terrell was like right there.
Hey man,
You already know.
Well, for some reason, Nintendo figures aren't the high quality. Nintendo figures don't really have it as much, man.
Especially the nude ones.
No, well, maybe.
He's on the mail list. He's on the mail list. So if there's ever a nude Nintendo character,
I don't
he
want
gets
to
a notification.
Look, I don't want to lose my pre-orders, man. I can't discuss it.
All right, Robert, continue.
Okay, so yeah, I would like those amiibos. That'd be cool. And I'm gonna continue playing Xenoblade. I'm gonna play Minecraft, Fast Racing Neo. It's gonna be awesome, and or fantastic or spectacular, whatever adjective I could think of. And can't wait to play more video games. And I love video games. And that's it.
All right, Terrell, what do you got?
I don't, man. See, it's been a good podcast. I feel like I've released a lot of sexual frustration here. I feel like I can go to sleep, relax and at ease. Although this lotion over here will handle any other late night problems I have. Other than that, got Xenoblade action. Gonna have fun with that stuff. It's great. I'm probably gonna play that as soon as we get off this podcast. To be honest with you. Next year, we got Minecraft next week. We got Fast Racing Neo this week. And we got, fucking next year, Fire Emblem, bro. Don't even call me. It's gonna be good RPGs, man. RPGs for days. I'm in a good mood. So life's a gameplay to win.
All right, you done, OJ? No, just kidding. RPGs.
Man, Nintendo really needs a new Golden Sun, damn it. They need to,
I can't tell if that was a joke.
or Star Tropics.
Oh yeah, no, hey OJ.
No, it was a joke because you like RPGs. You and OJ the RPG lovers, man.
Man, and what they
No,
need to do,
OJ's like RPGs make money. I'm like, no, they don't.
what they need to do is they need to take Zelda.
Oh, I was just saying y'all love them.
They need to make Zelda into an RPG. They need to add crafting, a leveling system.
So Minecraft Zelda edition.
Anyway,
Oh,
sorry,
man.
OJ. I doubt he's listening. But how about you, Derek? Any final thoughts?
No, very interesting conversation. A lot of good times. Some stuff I might retain. But so I will continue to play X as well. I do like the feature where we can squad together and stuff. So for those of you that aren't on my Wii U friends list, I know there's a few of you out there, I'm sure. We should make sure we can at least see. I mean, it just adds to the environment for me, and it makes it more fun, I think. You can kind of see what everybody's doing, join their squad, and who knows.
Yeah, I don't like the join the squad when you start it up. It like forces you to join a squad, and it's like, I just want to play the single player right now. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just pick Lifehold squad, and then there you go. Or you can pick the Conquest one, which has
I just go to the
a
friends.
lot of people
one.
online.
Find
Or you can do friends. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I just do
that's what I
friends.
do.
I just do friends with Dick Bitch. And
Yeah, I mean,
It's the greatest name, man.
I wonder what other people think when they look at their squad. Like, what?
Well, that's the whole thing, is that you see these regular names and you just see mine. It's like,
You're right. That is the whole thing. That's exactly it.
It's just a casual. Hey man, I'm getting online real quick. Wait, hey man, who the fuck is Dick Bitch?
Now we know.
Right. So,
All right, Ms. T, you got anything? Anything left to say?
Yeah, I'm glad to be here for 6'9". 6'9" is my height and how I make them feel all right. This is fun. Can't wait to get my copy tomorrow so I can join you guys in excitement. So.
Yeah, the first 3 hours, like Terrell said, there's a lot of exposition. There's a lot of trying to teach you things and fill you in.
Cool.
But once you get past that, you get to just go explore.
It's amazing how much they don't show you.
Yeah, they don't show you
when you really look at it.
But
I'm looking forward to that. I'm glad because I don't need my handheld. I played 130 hours or something in Xenoblade Chronicles. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I was dying on one of the missions, and then one of the characters I talked to, I actually read, and it's like, yeah, don't forget to level up your arts, or they had a mission that taught you to level up your arts or something.
Yeah.
So once I figured that out, I was like, all right. I was checking it after every battle, and I was like, well, I better just wait till like every 10 battles, because you don't build up enough points. But yeah, hopefully you get that game tomorrow and start playing it. Play it on that 19-inch computer monitor.
I got a bigger TV. That's just what's in my office. So.
Actually, the game looks really good on the gamepad. It just sucks playing it without the map.
Yeah.
But all right, so we'll save the last final thoughts for the guy that showed up last.
Hold on real quick, because there's a group of guys coming out of GameStop, and I don't want to say nothing real quick. All right, they passed. They passed. Must have been PlayStation and Xbox owners. Anyway. I'm going to just say thanks for having me, and life's a gameplay to win.
Bro, what is this?
I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it.
It's his now. It's his now.
Man,
nah, I was just borrowing it, like, just look at that as the next episode of your of your signing off.
All right.
And they cost $60, just letting you know.
Well, I ain't got that kind of money.
Oh, it's full price.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's it.
You're copying his gimmick.
Yeah.
Like
one might say he's a Wii remote and I'm a PlayStation Move.
Oh man.
Or he's a Rumble Pack and I'm a DualShock.
That sounds really dirty.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's it.
That brought up a memory, but I don't know if I want to bring it up.
No.
Bring it up. Bring it
No.
up. Come on, you gotta bring it up.
Nah, I'm not.
Oh man.
Oh, he needs to bring it down now.
I was just a kid, but let's just say
No.
What?
No, you weren't. You liar.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
No, he wasn't. He's lying.
Anyway,
He was the dog.
I love video games. Video games are awesome. And I love them. Jurassic World. No, honestly though, Xenoblade got my interest when they started showing the other continents. As a big sci-fi guy, Avatar is like in my top 5 movies, and that was enough to get me intrigued. So anybody that's kind of in that realm, thinking about getting the game, you might want to check it out, because it's actually just takes like a couple hours to get into it, and if you get past that point, then it's really fun. So I just recommend giving it a chance. I know there's people that ask a lot of questions about Nintendo games, and especially this game, and they don't own Wii U's, and it's just like, if you have any interest in this game at all, I'd say pick it up. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So I wish it wasn't so damn late, because I'd be playing it, because if I started right now, it's minimum 1 hour every time you turn it on. I mean, minimum 2 hours more likely. So really enjoying that game. Looking forward to Fast Racing Neo. Probably getting second place to Red Knight here by next weekend, because I never played Fast Racing League, so I got a handicap.
Hey, you played 200cc. That's enough, I think.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a while. So Red beats me almost every race in Mario Kart. So I'll settle for
Personally,
second.
I just want to say about Xenoblade because I don't have it, but I'm personally waiting for the remake where it comes in pieces and and hopefully they streamline the beginning like Twilight Princess because it's horrible. So
it's not that bad, especially for a beginner like me. But I don't feel like the game becomes the real game till about 2.5, 3 hours in.
Oh, so that would be the second episode for me when I get it, right? Because Pirates, all right.
So
that would be the second data pack.
Yeah. Hey man, this is not bad. I'm loving this future, man. I'm glad Nintendo's gonna get with the times.
Things are looking great. Final Fantasy VII is casual trash.
Things are looking up, if you know what I mean. No, just kidding. 69. I'm sorry, it's 69. I had to.
So yeah, it's been a fun podcast. I don't know what next week's is gonna be. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we'll try to figure out.
And next news, obviously.
And I mean, we can talk about Fast Race and Neo, obviously, give our impressions, but we'll see. But if anyone's still listening after all this time, man, appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get to all the questions and stuff. We just kind of took its own direction and just went with it. So, but yeah, anybody watching the replay, feel free to comment, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next podcast. Should be next week, and yeah, that's it. Peace out,
motherfucker.